Good evening, guys. My name is Marcos Lira. I will be the host of Commitment to Mexcellence here today. There's no pre-show. There's not a lot of pomp and circumstance like there normally is, just because, there is definitely an atmosphere of sadness over everything over the NFL right now. There's a lot of prayers and a lot of things going out that it's just kind of wouldn't feel right to do everything. But I'm not alone today. Across from me, we got
TJ. What's up, y'all? Don't worry. We'll get into the fun, but we do have to, dive in and pay our respects a little bit.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Sure, it's Tommy. How the hell are you? And yeah, let's dive in.
Yeah, no, don't worry. We'll give props to the stuff happening in the chat in a bit. Marcos, lead us off. What's up? What's happening?
Well, what started off is it was kind of a fun football week. There was a lot of exciting college games. Literally, while we were here, we were talking about Texas Tech playing Ole Miss. The next day, your school played Wisconsin. Like, there was a lot of interesting football stories and narratives and things playing out. But all that came to a screeching halt last week. Or not last week, yesterday. I'm sorry. Time is just kind of weird right now.
Time is relevant, right? It's really hard.
Happy New Year to all you guys in the chat. Thanks for dropping that off. But it was like 10 minutes or 10 minutes on the clock, off the clock in the Bills-Bengals game.
Into one of the biggest, like you said, a fun football weekend. This was supposed to be a humongous game.
Literally, there was a lot of excitement about it because it's the last Monday night football game of the year kind of thing. And it's a big game. The Bills versus the Bengals, they could meet again in the playoffs. And then out of nowhere, it is one of the strangest hits because in this league where we've seen Tua go down 2 or 3 times, where we've seen all sorts of Mike White, all these crazy concussions and things like that, this was just, it looked like a standard tackle. It looked like he just kind of rode him down and stood up and then went right down. And we are going to open talking about Damar Hamlin here today. And it's one of the, when I see other people, not a lot of people actually covered it. Like all the podcasters that I watch or YouTubers didn't drop a video this week already. There's a kind of a solidarity about everything sports related needs to slow down a little bit. And the only person that I know did was Pat, and Pat was saying that's a hit that you see 60 times a game, really. That's a normal kickoff return kind of deal.
Yeah. So for some context here, and I know everybody watches football, but and actually, Tommy, I don't know if you played. Did you ever play?
I did.
Yeah, I got you. I'm pretty sure you did.
Oh, yeah.
But they tell you all the time, football is a dangerous sport, and yes, it is in all different accounts. You can break something, hurt something, but what you don't realize is it's one of those small. It's not always those big or illegal hits that are going to be the ones that kind of disrupt your body. Remember, you're still giving repeated blunt trauma to areas of your body all over, and that can lead to a variety of different instances. Full disclosure, so my mom, all of her siblings, she has 4, are all medical field, from practitioner to doctors, all that kind of stuff. So had opportunity to talk to them about this kind of stuff. And you realize that it's in the case here, right? You're taking impacts to your chest, taking impacts to areas, and your body can react in any sort of way. So it's a lot of different things that you can't necessarily prepare for. You don't know how your body's going to respond, but it was. To see it happen is always different, because it's a matter of, you see people go down all the time, but they always pop back up. They always pop back up.
Give a thumbs up or something.
Or they're carted off if it's a while. Even concussions, right?
They get the wave to the audience that they're okay kind of deal.
You see them crying or something. But when you see someone, and I don't remember the last time this happened in the NFL.
It's never happened.
Yeah, this is an injury that I had to I'm glad you had a medical practitioner. I had to learn what happened, because at first I thought, because I heard it was a cardiac event. So coming from the world of wrestling, I was like, I guess he was doing steroids or drugs or something, and it wasn't that. No, it's
one of those 1 in 1 million type of things. So if you hit someone at the right time in the right place,
at the right moment of their heartbeat,
the heartbeat,
yeah,
that can happen. Yeah, it was just it's a freak thing.
They said that most doctors learn about this in theory.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something that happens very often.
No, it's a very uncommon thing. And it's honest to God, it's a fucking moment you dread watching football. Like I'd never want to see that. And
because you're like, you know,
saw it, yeah.
It puts a bunch of things in your head.
It does,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, these are and genuinely, how do I put it? And genuinely, and we'll get to that stuff later. But these are some of the top athletes, like athletic, you know, healthy, well put together individuals that you're seeing, you know, and even the linemen out there, they're how to put it, you know, thick athletic, right? But still, these are some of the who have constant attention to medical care and you know are when you get to that point of athleticism, I mean, shoot, if you've ever played a college sport or done or if you've you know, lifted weights all the way through your life, like, you get really in tune with your body. You know when something's wrong, and so it's just one of those areas where there's a variety of things that could have happened, and it was just one of those super really, really rare instances of impact, timing, and, you know, of course, after some time, they can look into some other things. And what you also don't what the scariest part is, even with that, right? When your body isn't, you know, getting everything it needs at a constant rate, it doesn't take very long for areas of your body to get impacted, right? Because you're not just thinking about your heart in that case, which was, you know, the main factor here.
Yeah.
That's when your brain, lungs, like all those start to also get impacted as well. So, it's just scary to see, man, because, you know, it was a routine hit, and you're always expecting that on like a knockout light, showtime hit, but it's the basic ones that it really comes through at.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was just a scary scene. You know, I mean, just the reaction of the players, and I mean, to see again. As far as I know, no player has ever needed CPR on the field.
I don't know if it's ever happened exactly like this, because I do know that there was a Stars player that had a heart attack.
I know in other sports, because it was something similar in basketball years ago.
In basketball?
Yeah, a player went to cardiac arrest and just collapsed on the floor, and I forgot his name. I think it was a college player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with college until recently, but
Yeah.
But what I have, or what the doctor that I was seeing explain this on YouTube said, was that this is more common in sports where things move really fast, because it needs to be in the right millisecond that you get like I said, it's the right bit in your heartbeat that if you hit it at that moment with a lot of tremendous force, it's going to stop your heart. Yeah. So it's more common in hockey with the puck and in baseball with the ball going 90 miles an hour kind of thing.
Oh, geez. Yeah, baseball, I know it's common too. Yeah, it's really scary. I guess I heard, you know, bright spot, the fact they were able to get his heart, you know, started again, you know, without the need of.
He had to get resuscitated twice.
Heavy. Yes.
Yeah.
He had to get resuscitated twice, but the fact that they, you know.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing for sure that, you know.
There's a lot of more negative, like, there could have been a case of that not happening, and
with cardiac arrest, if it's no one there to
it has to be
that, it has to be damn near immediate.
You have to be on it, in order for that to happen.
Yeah, the highest of priority. Like you have a clock, and if you don't get it by then, you're just done. So, I mean, kudos to that staff, the medical staff, for getting it done. I mean, he had the best people there to, you know, to help him in that case. So.
And, you know, I think that it's just a reminder of, you know, and once again, if you've never played before, there's about not a million, but there's a lot of ways that they tell you to not hit somebody, right? To not tackle. Right. Basically, if you've ever been curious why they have so many rules regarding the head, if you ever hit with the top of your head, that, like, can instantly paralyze you. Like, you're done, right? You know, you're working with cleats, you're working with people running at full force all the time. And it's a reminder that these people are human, right? You know, they're superstars, they're everything in that, but you don't want to wish this, especially to a 24-year-old
No.
who, by all accounts, is more athletic, has more money and more opportunity than I do. And I want him to have that life to be able to, do all those kinds of things. I mean, like in terms
young
of
man is out here he's living his dream.
living his dream, you
He's
get to
living
that
his
point.
dream, so.
And he's on the same team as his best friend. There's a lot of things to think about there, but I don't want it's good to hear that. I think the most recent thing was his uncle said that it's trending positively. There's still a lot of things.
Yeah, he's not out of the woods, but
No,
The only thing that a lot of people are worried about is they don't know what that means exactly. Like, because you still, like, his brain didn't get oxygen for 10 minutes is what, like, or basically something like that. Because his heart stopped beating, didn't it? Is that what they were saying?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of. I wouldn't go speculative. There's a lot of things to think about. Everybody's bodies react completely differently to some of these cases of trauma. Shoot, my put in perspective. My mom, she worked in critical care. Like, that was probably the biggest chunk of her career so far, and and then a stint in like cancer care and but other things. But ICU was like her thing for a while. And she was just like,
you've seen it all.
Like, have much more funny stories there. But she's she's definitely was just like, there's you can't predict. It depends on the doctors in the room. It depends on the and fortunately, with the spotlighting of it, with everything, we can guarantee that he's getting some of the best treatment he can, which is good. And fortunately, people really stepped up for some positive things coming out of this, because everyone and their grandmother, started to spread around his charity that he was throwing and went ham on donating towards it. And if you're one of the people who what's the point of, kind of doing that? It's like, no, well, first of all, we don't know anything about the aftermath of this situation, but no matter what, we can make sure that he has the ability and capability to have a positive impact there, right? So it's scary. It's scary. Like, you don't ever want to see it. You especially don't want to see it like and to go into kind of the next steps with this thing, I can't imagine how the players felt seeing it. I mean, you could see it on their face. Like, because you wake up when you're at that stage. I can't imagine what level of like in the zone you have to be, right? But like, thinking about high school or from other sports that I played in college as well. Like, when you're game time, like, there are very few things that are like gonna snap you out of it, especially if you're hyped up. And when it comes to football, it's all about get mad. That's the enemy, that's the opponent, all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to like a really bad injury, everything's supposed to drop. And it was really incredible to just see the out layers of support that were coming off of all the players, all the fans. Really, the only person thinking about football at that time was Commissioner. So,
just to take a step back, just to talk about the charity, talk about the good things before we get to the bad media things that happened yesterday and the heroes that kind of came out of that story. That and this is all allegedly, because the NFL is denying that, but we'll get into that in just 5 minutes. All I wanted to say is just to focus on the charity bit, that it's really nice that people are like, well, we're going to help him out and get his name out there to support him and what he wanted to do. Because I think they said that his charity, the goal was like 5 or 10,000, and it surpassed.
It was 20. It was 2,500,
and it surpassed 4 million this afternoon, kind of thing. So that's just how much support his charity has gotten over time.
And it went from minor, and I think some athletes like aim low just because they're like, we have money and I want to contribute.
Yeah.
But we're contract, all that kind of stuff. But it's incredible. Like, he's coming out to having a full-fledged like charitable organization that he's able to work with, which is incredible. And it's just and it's in one of those positions, like, it's really incredible to see that spotlight on an area in football that does, like, if you're a defensive player, you never really get to be one of the big names or anything. So just to see his name being propped up, getting to see the videos around where he has nothing but good credit, good, like, how do I put it? Great videos around, right?
Yeah.
That are swirling of just his message, like what he feels, like his thought process behind things. And it's really cool to just not only get to see his charity pop up, but just to get to learn more about him as a player.
Yeah.
Who, is an incredible human being. So
He is. He seems like a good kid. Yeah, so yeah, it makes it all the more heartbreaking, but it's shit, man. Like it's just something you don't expect. It's just like why do you think it really does get you just like, why? Like this guy living his dream, doing the thing that he loves to do, and that happens.
Man, it's like, this isn't one. It's one of that weird circumstance of like, we'll get to that. Or not. Time out. Just a quick answer. Gertz isn't here. COVID, but sick. Stuff.
Yeah.
But
Oh, he was drafted just 2 years ago.
2 years
Yeah,
ago,
he's young.
Yeah, he's young.
But man, it's tough because dude, and someone reminded me something like, why does it happen in your family there? Like, what I mean, your mama, like, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because but it's one of those things that like you have to have in the back of your mind as a possibility.
Yeah.
And it's scary to say that, like, but it is basically don't forget these contact sports are organized gladiator fighting in just creative ways, right? And so, man, it does get you thinking a lot.
It does.
But
can't help but think.
But I try and look at it positive perspective. If there's any scenario of this happening, a lot of cardiac arrest, a lot of heart stuff gets me really jumped up. But if there's anything that like the blessing in disguise was like, he had those things available.
Yes, right.
To give him the best chance possible.
Right.
Because it really, I know me and Tommy said it earlier, it really is just a matter of,
Oh yeah.
like it's kind
Every
of
moment counts.
every single second.
Literally.
I mean, like if this happened to like an average, like personally in an average job setting, you wouldn't have that quick. You wouldn't have a medical staff on duty to help you, kind of thing. So it does suck. It is well, half. I mean the statement, just half depending on the people in the organization. But it's good that he has such a great staff there to support him. Half because. I don't know that this is true. It's very allegedly, and I don't know what we'll find the truth.
80%. Don't the Bengals. The Bengals were there. So, let's put her on the uppers.
I just want to say allegedly in case they care about our small podcast and we get sued because NFL.
They'll do it if anyone does.
Yeah. I don't know if they're as evil as Disney, but yeah.
ESPN and Disney are best friends, so
of course
they have a thread.
I know they'll definitely pull our videos quick as fuck if we show anything. But supposedly the story is that once he got off the field, they wanted to give each team just 5 minutes to get back out there, kind of thing. And the story goes that Zach Taylor, who's the coach of the Bengals and the coach of the Buffalo Bills, were like, "Fuck no." And at that point, all the players had already taken off their stuff and they were getting ready to go home because you could see they were very distraught. Like I don't think,
they would. Very, very distraught.
It's not a matter of like, how the hell can you get me back into this brain space to play a sport that just knocked out a good person?
And mind you, I have no idea what condition.
There's no information on it.
They think that he died. At that point,
from everything I read from their faces, they absolutely did, and because it was just pure shock on their faces. So it's just like, they are nowhere near in their headspace. They are a bit traumatized right now. So
yeah.
I mean, geez, but it's so on brand for the NFL to do something like that is the thing. So that's why you can't say, absolutely, because they said they absolutely didn't do that.
Yeah.
It's like NFL, no one's going to fucking believe you. Like, I don't know what they think their reputation is.
It was, how do I describe it? I think, what was it? We were in the chat talking about this. We'll get to some solutioning after this one too, but
Josh is asking about stronger chest pads and
Sally streams.
Asking
about but I have ideas, but with, how do I describe it? With this in question, right? we were talking about it in the chat, and we are like, happy that the NFL, called the game eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Look, do I think they should have done it faster? Hell yeah. Player just damn near died on the field. No, not damn near. He died on the field and was resuscitated. Yeah. The moment you get, but I also am like, the other part of the equation is those are one of those, I'm not giving the NFL any bad. Like this, yes, this is a never heard of scenario. There's a lot of loops to jump through. There's probably a lot of legal implications that they have to think through and whatnot. Right. But you're not going to get the same game out of those players no matter what. Like that's what it should just. Instantly been like, you're not going to get the same player. You're not going to get the same game.
Get the same reaction out of the audience.
You're not going to get the same thing. Yeah, like no one's going to, because at the back of their mind,
no one wants to be there right now. Yeah.
If there was, and I'm in full belief that had anybody, like if there had been a moment where he was able to be conscious and signify something, they would have been like, fine.
Oh, they would have.
Right.
That should have started right back up.
Right back up.
Yeah.
But when a player is literally unable to do anything, like everything goes
fighting
through your head.
Fighting for his life.
Fighting for his life. Still fighting for his life.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's not something that you can just, because it's not something you just bounce back from like instantaneously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You shouldn't be able to, rather.
No.
Yeah. Put it that way, because I don't know if you saw Twitter, but yeah. Put normal human beings who have empathy don't want to do anything. They want to, see if that person is okay. If you a fucking sociopath, then you want to know why, like, my parlay, my fantasy. They need to start playing again. Like, clearly this has implications. Shit like that. You're not thinking of a human being. You're thinking of some other shit. And there's a lot of people.
I luckily didn't see a lot of that.
But I was not seeking it out. I just heard Skip Bayless shit and a few other instances, and I just kind of turned off that part of the show.
Skip's just in a weird one.
Yeah, I would like, because I understand how people were mad at Skip, which was right. It's easy to do in this circumstance. But first of all, the people need to understand that Skip's not a normal person. He literally remotely. No, he told his wife, he was like, "We're never gonna have kids because I need to focus on my job." Like, he does the podcast, or not the podcast. He does the show with Skip and Shannon. And then he does a 3 or 4 hour podcast talking about sports afterwards. Like, he's not a normal person.
He's not a person. He's
no.
and I think he was, how to describe it? It's not to defend him, because I think it was like rightfully so.
Yeah, no, it's like you said the wrong thing and he apologized for it. It's just his apology is always going to be weak because it's not like,
take it with a grain of salt.
I think these are, he was mouthing all the questions you'd be thinking of in that situation, because it's an unprecedented situation, right? Which he did. The reason why I'm even giving him any credence was because he ended off that statement with which all seems irrelevant now, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, so he was saying like the thoughts. He was like, this all seems irrelevant. Like at this moment, which ultimately makes it, you shouldn't have tweeted that. But but before that, he was like, the first things you were tweeting about were like, like prayer, like what happened, all those kinds of stuff right before that. And it just so happened he put out that last tweet you shouldn't have, which was like, covering something in an area that he shouldn't have.
Like, how do you reschedule the game? It's basically like, because I understand how a lot of people read it as really disrespectful. I read it as the dude that walks into a funeral home and is like, why is everyone sad? Because he just doesn't have that kind of social
cues.
I
can see that.
Yeah, and it's not to that extreme.
No.
But he definitely is missing a lot of social, which is why, like, even his argument with Shannon earlier this year, where it's just like, yeah, of course this guy is better than you, and Shannon's just like, but we're friends, right?
He's a crazy person being exploited by FS1.
I mean,
I wouldn't say crazy, maybe borderline autistic, and sports is his focal point.
That is honestly, I didn't want to say autistic because I know that it's a very sensitive subject for a lot of people, but it is pretty much that.
He's hyper focused on sports.
Yeah,
and I mean, look, you can get mad at Skip, but I'd rather put all that energy into being, supportive and positive towards something else.
Absolutely.
Like, what's the point of vindicating and then continuing to talk about it and only perpetuating a tweet that shouldn't have been perpetuated in the first place?
Right.
All negativity does is bring more spotlight to negativity. Like, it doesn't really do anything. Okay, we're mad at Skip Bayless. He ain't getting fired. Ain't nothing happening. What's the point of getting him canceled? So I'm not gonna waste time with that.
I feel like Skip's been canceled a million.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm just like, you know,
He's
what's
80? Like it doesn't
really matter. It's like,
I guess.
like he had a Floridian slip, a really stupid
Just
one.
don't watch his show.
Just don't watch his show. And he's also, and you know what? At the end of the day, I also got to be like, you know, person's human. So, like, do I have to like you? No.
He's a fucking idiot. But like,
Bro, if I talked for 7 hours a day, I'd be
you
canceled.
just gonna be saying shit.
I forgot about that. So he talks for 6 hours a day
Can't
and then
stop doing
tweets
it.
afterwards.
Good God. we got to hear his internal dialogue also.
Yeah, it's like when no one's there's a reason he's on a debate show, so someone could continuously check him, right? And when someone's not checking you, you're gonna slip
I would
up.
never want to watch an all Skip Bayless show ever.
Oh, you mean today?
Wait, he had a guest host, right?
No.
No.
It was
Oh.
just him and Skippy.
Oh no.
Skippy and Skip.
Oh, that's too
But
much.
no, but what I'm saying is like look, like I want to break that cycle. I've kind of I think I've talked about this or mentioned this on another show. I want to break the cycle of where it's like, oh man, this person did this negative thing that we have to. I'm like, what's it gonna do? What's going like what like the magnitude of what he said and what it like what's canceling gonna do? It's not like this is a probably he says stupid shit all the time, but to this degree, like to this off kilter, like first instance, kind of going that way. But that said, I'd rather be like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. You know,
Yeah,
that's
gotta ignore Skip.
gotta ignore it, let it float, and then spend all this
More
energy
important
retweeting
things
and
at
focus on.
hand,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like I care more about the well-being of a person. I care more about that charity. I'd rather spend time talking about that. Hence why, like, I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, the area that like is more negative for me is the area that's more negative for me is still how the commission and the NFL structure around this, right? Where it was like,
Yeah.
like they have to have a protocol in place for things like how do I describe it? Things like, you know, game ending variables, right? Like, and the way I say this is usually they try and intercept it with like,
I mean, the thing is that even if they, because the players' union holds them down so that everything needs to be down to the letter, even if they had one, they might do it now. But I had never heard of commito cordis, or however you pronounce it, before this incident. Like, it's not something they think about.
but I'd put this in the same category of like, what happens if like random weather shit happens the day of, right?
They just move the game.
Move the game,
Yeah.
and it's like it's what it is. Now, you know, like this is a complex time, right? Because you're like
End of season.
It's end of season. You're scheduling things, and there's contracts. Like it, like as much as I'd love to be like this isn't a business where there's a bunch of moving parts. Like those legal implications, because real tea, y'all, like it does impact a bunch of people's paychecks. Like it impacts not just
Bonuses.
players, like people
Yeah.
who are working. They're like
Right.
smaller everyday people, and you have to kind of move all of those things around. And so there's a bunch of legal jumping that has to happen on the back end afterwards, right? Like, because technically there are people who are there the day of that. Like, how do you get all of that clear? Like, and then you also it's not just the NFL commission. It's also the Players Association, right? And they have to check off and verify everything too. So I know. So I was trying to be like, you know, that process can take a little bit of time because if you know Commissioner Rogers is like, boom, I want this. Players Association could have been saying something else, and then that creates a whole debacle.
Yeah.
But I do still think that they should have. How do I put it? I still think that they should have just cleared that out the air. Be like, hey, game's called. The moment that you know that it's not like one of the usual injuries, right? This is someone is down and out. And then we'll figure out all the other things later. So that way they don't have to backtrack nearly as much as they did. It did happen, I think, under an hour, right? It was like...
Oh, yeah, it was like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was first like 15, 20.
Well, no, it
What,
was like
that they
5.
call the game?
Yeah.
No, it was like an hour.
Oh,
or
no.
two.
For them to call. Yeah, it was like an hour.
I thought it was like within the
it was
first
an
hour,
hour,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, which
Because there was a lot of people still in the stadium, and then people were tweeting angrily, like they should just call the game at this point.
Yeah, most people wanted them to call it lots.
and it's like but you also have to like it's tricky because it's like information based and all that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to give the NFL any credit. I'm just like thinking through the scenarios of like we need information in order to verify. In order to do that, do I believe that they should have been able to just call the game completely? Like the moment that you kind of like within the first 30 minutes, you're like, this man's not caught up. Yes. The moment you have to airlift somebody out, and they ain't responding, that's a game call.
Yeah,
because you're
anytime.
not gonna,
Anytime you need CPR to resuscitate someone, you just call that
just
shit.
need to call the game.
Yeah, if they need to get a meeting to make that a rule, I suggest they do that.
But
The game is going to be. We don't know anything about when the games. We just know it won't be played this week. That's the only thing the NFL
More
is.
than likely bye week. That's typically what bye weeks.
There's no bye weeks. There's
I
two.
mean, it would be like that playoff. I mean, somewhere around that time.
That's what I mean. Like it's the playoffs start in 2 weeks.
wait, the
Playoffs
playoffs
start
start
the
next?
week after the season ends.
Yes, and the season ends next week.
Yeah, so it's nothing you can really do with
So that's
that.
what I'm saying. Like, these are all the loops
Yeah.
they have to think, because they also have to make sure that there's so many. There's so many moving parts. It's not an easy.
No, it's an easy
Not an
fix.
easy fix. Like if it were if it even were a Sunday night game, I bet they would have been like, there's probably more wiggle room because that falls into a different category than the last Monday night game. But they can't even pair that, because then you start to get into it's unfair to teams. It starts to get into like a bunch of different areas, because it's like, hey, you got these teams playing an extra game on a week. They have play like
I hate to be like the Skip Bayless of the thing, but it's like both those Bills games matter in the sense of the game mattering kind of thing.
Yeah.
Them beating the Bengals gives them a higher spot. Or the Bengals can still get the number one seed.
Yeah.
The Bills game this week matters because they're playing the Patriots, and the Patriots win, they get a playoff spot.
Oh yeah,
So it's a whole bunch of
it's a lot of stuff.
yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not an easy thing, and it was done within like a. They should have called it faster, and the only reason I'm going to push back on the clarity thing here is just because, I mean, shoot, I think it was unclear for everybody what the hell was happening, but from like a health perspective, because we don't know what's going on with him. And the first people who need to know, the first people who can like clear that information does come from a familial perspective.
I mean,
Right.
this isn't a condition like if this dude was marched into an emergency room, they're not going to come with a diagnosis that we know of what happened in the first 20 minutes kind of thing. So why would the NFL know what's happening in the first hour kind of thing?
True, yeah, like I mean, no one really knew anything until late last night, early this morning. Like specifically, like I said, you have to resuscitate someone. That should just be the end of it. But I don't know. Honestly, God, I don't know what to do about what you do about. I mean, the overall.
I mean, I think it is going to have to go down as a tie kind of thing, and that is going to fuck a lot of not necessarily sports things, but when it comes to like I don't care about that as much as what TJ is talking about. That there's a lot of people that just work at the concession stands or are expected to make money and things like that.
Yeah.
And like, and I mean, fortunately, I think they're talking to the coaches, players. Like I think they'll reach some sort of consensus, which is all that really matters. But I would also say, like, man, there's so many stringent industries that depend on football, like that one game can like kind of determine. But I think the other thing is, just talking about like, solutions and options here. I feel like, to be honest, as crazy as it is to say, he was given the best opportunity that anybody who has a cardiac arrest event can be,
Very
which is
true.
to be handled in that split second. So I don't think that process was handled in a negative light.
No. I think the medical.
Yeah, I think the medical process was handled about
the way
as
it should have been. Yeah.
a lot better than Tua, with anything, right?
Tua's still in the gray zone right now.
Tua don't play.
Ever.
I was actually like reading up on Tua, not because it was related to this. I just ended up reading on it as I was reading through health issues, and they were talking about because Tua's first concussion wasn't ruled a concussion. Legally, medically, he's only at 2, so he can still play later.
We'll get into that, but no, I think that they should probably. So usually, how do I describe it? I don't know the process for the NFL, but usually, like they get injury, like they get checked on pretty consistently because you have injury reports. You have to report when players are injured and or unable to practice and or able to perform. It's like rated as like, anyone even down to like an illness or like personal reasons. Like all these things do get listed like every day through a week. that like all the coaches will know. So that gives me the assumption that they are getting regularly checked. I do probably think that there's more intrinsic and intrusive areas that they probably can be checking that aren't just muscular and basic like athletic variables wise, and so more like EKG wise, more like just more like brain, heart,
major
organs, performance stuff.
Just real quick to get to Josh's question, I didn't even know it was Higgins that hit him.
T. Higgins,
yeah, but that just seemed like a normal hit. Like he went down with him for a look.
We could talk about that in a second.
Okay.
But I just because I want to get this out of my brain. Like there are some tests you can take that like these are things that would take a couple because heart brain stuff like that does take some time.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that's something that can be cycled in every week, and I would say just more testing to kind of. This is one of those things where I don't think that would apply to because it's just such a rare impact sort of thing. But at the very least, there are other areas that this can be attributed to. Like, let's say he had a blood clot. Let's say there's a lot of things you got to consider. Like that can also help, kind of make you more susceptible. Yeah, like and then those are things you can consider. I definitely perhaps, and I don't know the tier of medical support they have readily available in the field. Maybe having developing more. I don't want to say hospital tier, but higher quality medical support available, directly in the fields as well. Yeah. Just so they could be like immediately, like just get things going. Have a doc, like I know they have doctors and trainers on hand, but like get them some high tier support as quickly as possible. If they're paying millions of dollars for these players, they can get a doctor and medical, so like a full fleshed out medical equipment into a stadium.
Yeah,
pretty consistently.
You can have all those things. You can have an actual mini hospital there.
I know they have X-rays and whatnot, and I know they have AED, but like just whatever they can do. I think that they could definitely
would need in a situation. I mean, like you have to factor a situation like this in.
Yeah, going forward, because I mean it's like
you have to. So, yeah, like have those things on the ready. It won't hurt anything, and they can damn sure afford it. So,
and in terms of like equipment stuff, that's where it gets trickier. That's a little. I guess that's trickier because you have to like go through a lot of testing and whatnot. I don't necessarily think more pads would be the answer, but
no.
Because it's going to be. I mean, someone hit you hard enough, and
it's not going to matter.
Yeah. There's always safety improvements that can be made for football. But weirdly enough, this just falls into one of those really weird camps where I don't think it mattered. What
in that particular case?
Like it was just like a timing body. Like really, there's how many hits happen in a football season?
Hundreds. A season?
Yeah, thousands.
Unfathomable to count. And then if that's that you're talking about, like maybe just games. Like if you count practices, like you're thinking about like so for this to happen on some freak accident stuff where. All in all, he looked healthy throughout everything else. That's really hard. You can't predict that kind of stuff. But they can be. I will always say you could be better prepared.
Yeah.
And I think they handle it excellently, or at least that's what it seems like so far. But I think that they can definitely improve like facilities, equipment, and how to handle that situation. Because I'm thinking like newer, like I'm pretty sure newer stadiums probably have better situations equipment wise versus like older, more traditional stadiums. And I'm hoping like owners and just the NFLs are like having to
typically are the ones who like, do we want top tier medical staff? Yada yada. I'll throw money to that. So yeah, I mean each organization is kind of they have their own devices, I guess. But I think NFL just needs to make it a standard. Like all these owners can afford. The best. And again, if you're, I know they bring their own medical staffs, but it seemed like everyone was helping last night. And so it should just be a requirement that, you need medical staff up to a certain level, all teams, because when shit hits the fan, you're gonna need everybody no matter what team you're on. So,
and I definitely think that just more staff, more facilities, better safe than sorry kind of principle.
Yeah, definitely.
And just man, it sucks. But one last point, so we can get moving. I haven't seen Higgins get a lot of hate, to be honest.
I didn't even realize. Yeah, I didn't even realize he was the one that did the hit, just because all my focus has been on Hamlin and then just the player. Like, I've heard more about Josh Allen's face, like him crying and stuff, than I have about any of the.
I haven't heard anything about it. I'm pretty sure T. Higgins himself, and he shouldn't. I mean, it was a textbook hit. Like,
no, a lot of people are giving. A lot of people were, from what I saw, were like, "Hey, I hope Higgins doesn't feel like it's his fault."
Yeah.
Because it wasn't.
No, it wasn't at all.
He don't hit that hard. No,
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
I think it was. I mean, Hamlin's DB, so I think Hamlin was hitting him.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like too.
Hamlin was hitting him, but
it looked like a very mutual.
It was all just a textbook, contact. But it's not his fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just one of those things, man.
Man, I was like, I ain't gonna hold you. No shit, puts you in a medical spin, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, he's 24 and healthy.
Yeah,
I was like, I gotta go to a doctor.
Yeah, man, it's
scary.
It's life, man. It can get scary if you linger on it like that, but.
I mean, it's so weird how the human body works. In general, this is one of those. I mean, I don't mean to make light of the situation, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, you hear about people that are just like, I've been getting headaches all the time. They go get an X-ray, they find out that there's been a bullet in their head. And then sometimes you'll hear about some dude tripped over a branch and now he's paralyzed forever because of the way that he fell.
Freak accident.
Yeah,
it's it's insane, man. So I mean. Try not to think about it too much. Just try to live life and enjoy it.
And then, send out those... please don't be this person during this time. Send out thoughts, prayers, everything you can in this sort of situation.
Actually mean it, please.
Yeah, and mean it.
Just fucking mean it. Give the world some hope.
I mean, that
people care about people.
What you should take away from at the end of the day is just life is precious, man.
It absolutely is.
That's it. Take care. Be good to your friends, because you don't know. Be good to your friends. Be good to your family. Be good to your loved ones, because you don't know. Something freak can happen at any moment.
Yeah.
And to end off on a positive note, I'm with you, Josh, man. You want to talk about solidarity? You don't think those Bills are going to step behind this, man? Whew, they are.
Oh, man.
Yeah. This is Josh Allen's about to.
It's my Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah, I'm excited to see
that fan base. Just they gonna rally for their boy.
They definitely, just as a fan base, as an organization, both these ones definitely moved up in my list. Just in terms
of the Bengals, man.
I
haven't obviously, but Joe Burrow, since him and Jamar Chase showed up.
Gertz isn't here to call you out, so you're lucky.
I can be honest. I respect that team, and I think it's now a bond between those two teams. So, I mean, I could see that being a thing if ever they meet. Just mad respect.
Well, I think they're probably going to meet in the playoffs, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. We're talking about fan bases. The only topic that I could have would be a light cleansing of the palate. Did you watch any college football?
I did. I was hoping you talk about it.
Time out. Before we get into college football,
I watched it.
I know you did, but no, there's no other better place for me to ask. You said cleansing of the palate. How's y'all's New Year's?
We're doing the pre-show now. Now we're doing
the pre-show. We gotta bring the mood back a little bit. Thank you guys so much for support, and make sure you guys keep on shooting out support.
TJ is out from Fort Worth. Oh, that's because TCU is in the big game. But we'll talk about that later.
Well, I'm actually was born in Fort Worth, so you know what it is. How's y'all's New Year's?
Mine was pretty fun. I actually just hung out with Corey Coleman from Double Toasted at his house, and
I know. I saw.
All right. And then
it was in the chat.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you asked me. It's like, yeah, we kind of know what everybody did. And
you got bottle service, didn't you?
He did the same thing you did.
Really?
I went out, so I said I was gonna have you roll with me if you weren't going.
Oh,
Where'd you
wait,
go?
you were barely going out at 10:30?
Nah, I was doing surveying. I was the one who was like, let me see how this is. All right,
Oh.
let me check this. Oh, it's good? I was like, oh, where you at? That's what I was trying to do. No, I was at my homeboy. He had, it's been a minute
Yeah.
since I had like a traditional, like house party. So like,
Oh, that's real tradition. That is incredibly traditional.
yeah, like it was,
It's high school all over again.
hell yeah. It was,
Is there a
was
keg and
fun.
the punch and everything?
there was punch, there was Chick-fil-A, there was,
Cater.
like, it was a good ass
That
time.
looks like a fun ass
No,
party, man.
it was great. I was like trying to get my homies out. Yeah, no, hold up, I'll show it to you, Marco. But no, we had we were just vibing.
Dude, the bucket down to the bucket hats.
Bucket hat.
There was
That looked like my friend's mom's house. Like, it's pretty good.
we had how do I put it? I was like, at first like he had my homie he bought a house. And like he bought a house with one of his homies, and so my first time being there, it was one of the nice newly gentrified houses on the east
One
side.
quick pause, just real funny. Josh Mann's grandma accidentally confused THC with CBD and drugged the family.
Oh, hell yeah. That is amazing.
It sounds like a great family vacation to me.
It's a holiday for you.
Also, what? Yo, shout out to your grandma for even knowing. She was like, I mixing
Good for
CBD into their food.
She could see now better than she ever did.
He was like,
That glaucoma's gone.
Out of here.
she was like, y'all see that sign 50 meters away? I do. Nah, dude, I was because I was gonna hit up Coleman's.
Yeah.
If anything was dead, but it wasn't dead. So I get up there and my my girl was out of town, so I was rolling solo. So I was like, I'm my boys if they out. But I get there and I walk in, I'm like, because it's one of them ones like you get to the street and you like. I'm like, oh my
Cars
god,
parked.
yeah. Nah, see that was the best part.
He had valet?
No, niggas Ubered because they knew the foolishness I was going down.
That's when you're partying and you're over 25. You learn that.
You're 30 now, so.
I was like, damn, they can. It was like a grown house party. The only part grown
What
about
if the
it,
cops showed up?
there was no cops in this neighborhood. It was okay.
Also,
It's a
good
gated
about being
community.
30. There you go.
They were like,
They got the neighbor's permission before.
hell yeah, it looked too grown. But no, he hired he had he got a DJ to come through, hired paid for lights, did everything.
Saw confetti.
For the pop, he had the pops happen at midnight. Not single, but if you were, whoo, had some model friends there too. So it was a good
I
time.
don't think any of us saw it. You should invite this fucking guy. That's exactly right.
so
It
check-
would have been great.
Literally, I put a message in the chat. I said, "Oh,
You needed to message me personally and
I
be
was
like,
like,
hey.
He has a text. I mean, he has a phone text.
my statement was Marcos. You rolled the Colemans," and he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh shoot."
I saw the message.
I would have, I was like, that was my thing. I was like, I would have had you
could
roll
tell the
with me.
smugness in the goddamn the words.
I didn't
Did
know
you
what
not
it was.
catch it?
No, because
Oh no!
Because at that point, I mean, I was doing something far less interesting. I was talking movie scripts with Johnny Neal, but
Because I was like,
That's fun in its own right.
it is fun in its own right. But it's
But
just
models,
that
would have been the better outcome.
because I was like, hey, yo, I'm raising a flag in the chat. Like, y'all can do a whip. It's not too far. It was a Mueller, so it wasn't super far.
Yeah.
You should have went and got this, man.
Nigga, I was drunk at this point.
No, I didn't see it as a flag. There's an unspoken thing that some of y'all do sometimes. That you're just like, because I have to be very point blank and be like, Tommy, we're hanging out at 8:30. Please
And
come
I
by.
will be there at 9. We're still hanging out.
No, but,
But
okay.
he tells me what's up. He'll text. It's communication.
So, I know
this
you-
group has communication, TJ.
I don't want to hear that from you. I don't want to hear that from you at all. So no, okay. My whole thing was I don't want to, because I was like, I need to go. I I know that we had asked, like, hey, what's everybody
Right.
doing New Year's beforehand? But I was like, I don't want to invite y'all out to something that's not going to be cool. So I was like, let me go do surveillance. Let me go. I trusted that he'd be throwing something lit, but I was like, let me go see it first. And when I got there, I was there for a minute. It was just getting liver. And that's when I was like, all right, cool. If you're still hanging in the wings, flag out, come through.
What time did you send that?
At like 11.
Yeah, it was like 11. That's why I was. That's why I was really confused. I was like, "Oh, he must be here for the countdown."
Yeah,
and then you were like, "No."
Made it to Mueller in like 30 minutes.
It didn't matter. I was like, this was countdown exclusive, nigga. Like, it was cool. I could come through. That was it. Party was going till like 3.
Oh, okay.
Like,
could have came after.
Yeah, it could have came after. But now my whole.
I'm trying to figure out if it was in the business chat or the other chat.
I think it was business.
It was in the business. So it was very pointed.
Yeah. No, I was actually gonna have you roll with me if you weren't. Okay, that's. I can't see what time that was sent at right now. That's the only thing.
Yeah, it was around that. I saw that one.
Yeah, bro, because I sent you a picture of somebody already passed out at Coleman's, so it was like,
And that's why I was like, yeah, when you said that picture, I was like, oh, no, I don't see no lights. He needs to come with me. I was like, I was going to have you roll
I don't
with
see
me.
any neons.
I don't see no neon.
I mean, it was different from other Coleman parties, just because apparently I don't know what Julian does, but he's gotten a whole bunch of connections to a whole bunch of other TikTokers and YouTubers now that
Which
kind of
Julian?
to
Young
Julian Green.
Black Julian.
Yeah.
With the hair.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that kid. He's really doing it.
Yeah, because Coleman was out of his thing where he was streaming from his phone a little bit, and then these dudes pulled out a camera and then spotlights and cue cards and shit.
Cool.
Sounds fun.
It's a little too much for me, but kind of thing. Because it's just like you're kind of trying too hard.
The models would have been more your speed.
Right.
The models would have been
more your speed.
Yeah, it really was. I was kind of trying to flag. So I was like, I'm not single for someone someone got to come through.
I can't be the only one who sees this.
I was like, I'm by myself. I saw, here's how lit it was.
Yeah.
I saw not one, but a squad of black women there too. I said, where y'all come from? This is Austin, Texas. They don't exist.
What? Was that what all of them were?
We sounded the
Was
whole.
that convention in there?
I saw.
I would have went just to see that.
Nah, it was like,
Dude, I could have pulled up like Namor. What are you doing?
I was like,
They're in fashion now with black women. That movie did the opposite of whatever the fuck Disney's intention was. You're gonna have just mad biracial, half Mexican, half black.
I could have
kids.
shown up and beat up TJ, thrown a water balloon at him.
it would have been appropriate.
It would have been great. That would have been a great thing.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. It was a great ass time.
That looks like a good time.
And
I mean, you captured a lot in the video.
I tried to.
Yeah, captured fun.
Because I maintained a little. Oh yes, that's where you guys. We know that. Not in Austin.
Yeah, she did not mention Dallas, and you said you are correct.
100%.
You are correct with Hawkins. Yeah, everywhere in
Everywhere
both of
else.
those cities.
Especially Houston. Yeah, for sure.
3 here. 3. That's all.
Black
That's all I've
women?
ever seen.
It's just your friend that you brought on the Mexcellence. That's the only one I know.
Kim, yeah.
Yeah, it's just Kim.
That's 1, so it's 2 more.
Somewhere out there.
Somewhere out yonder.
Somewhere over the rainbow. No, I think the other thing was like it was so traditional of a house party that
I thought I would see Kid and Play. Like that shit is
like it was.
It's that kind of like.
Well, yeah, when you
can
see a
that
bucket hat,
video.
you definitely expect to see Kid and Play.
Right? Either that or what, like Can't Hardly Wait. Like that's the vibe I got from that.
No, it was literally
That's a movie house party.
Oh, it was like I'm there for a little bit, right? And I'm drinking, like it's like a bunch of my coworkers are out there, so I was like, cool.
Oh, thank you, Goliath. Looking out.
Oh yeah, and sorry. Let me just run through real quick. Goliath, thank you so much for the gift to sub. Joshua Forever, we saw that you out here supporting Ricardo. Mm-hmm. You stay 12 years, get your official Mexcellence something. We'll figure that out soon. We got you covered.
Yeah.
Wait, let me go back to something Little Hawkins said way back, like about probably 10 minutes ago. Somebody played the whole Panic at the Disco album at a party.
Ugh.
On a New Year? At a New Year's
That's what
party?
she said. And I'm just kind of like,
What the
she
fuck
said she
party?
left after the 4th song. And I'm like,
Good. Good, yeah.
I would have left after 3 or 2.
After I realized
Actually,
what was happening.
Yeah, no, actually, I too was like, wait, is this
a
still?
minute. This is still panic because no one plays back. You might hear back to back. You don't hear 3. If it's 3, you had an album party, and I didn't sign
Now,
up.
Well, that's the thing that
were you at a party in Austin? That sounds like an.
That
Austin.
sounds like some real Austin
Yeah, that's
shit.
Well, that's the thing that even if you like the Killers, you don't like songs on the same album.
Plus is an amazing album. I'm not going to go to a party where that's all they're playing. I'm not going to do it. Get that shit out of here.
I don't want that.
After the Ohio State Georgia games, just if you're a Georgia fan, oh man, I was with Goodwin for a little bit, so he was just
Shout out, Rakeem. Really appreciate it.
No, he hates Georgia, is what he told me.
He's from Atlanta.
It doesn't. His love for the Falcons and red
doesn't
does
go
not
through the rest
transfer.
of the state?
It doesn't work like that.
Oh no.
But nah, it was so traditional that like how to describe it.
Oh
Yeah.
Were people going in the rooms and shit?
Well, no, like okay. So first of all, here's what happens. Like I'm
Red
out here.
solo cups everywhere.
There's a lot. No red solo cups. Just a lot of solo cups though. I was like, man, these aren't red. These are clear. You can tell what I'm drinking.
I don't.
But
I
also
ain't red. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's what I said. I need to hide.
He
what I'm
almost
drinking.
had it.
Yeah, almost there.
Had it. Yeah.
But there was punch. There was sharing a bottle. There was like y'all was like people were like, I'm gonna use the bathroom upstairs. I'm like, there's a bathroom, but there's a bathroom. I don't even want to know. But then I was also like, I saw a lot of blow pops, like the candy.
Right.
If you can correlate what activity co-aligns with lollipops, occasionally
Did you go middle school?
Yeah. Or,
No.
This is one of those wristband parties.
Think of an EDM festival. Think of what the.
I got it. Yeah, I totally got it. Man.
For a little bit, I went a different direction. That's the only.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, the hell's flowing around this place? But it was a good time. It was a great time. I didn't do nothing like that. Taylor, I'm saying, I just kept to my little liquor. I was like, a couple sips.
Keep it the same.
But nah, it was a fun time. And then when TJ sends out a flag, catch the signal.
Trust him. You do gotta trust him. He doesn't let us.
He's got. It was in the business chat, bro. I'm the only one in the area. Just fucking.
Yeah, no, he really was. Man.
No, but I didn't.
It's not like Sam was gonna show up from California paratrooping in.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay.
Oh, hype train.
Wait, time out.
It's a good time for a hype train.
We're getting hype train. Okay, you're not wrong. I'll take the L on that. But I put in the business
We
chat.
gotta really stop utilizing the chat the way we do.
No,
because we missed some important. This man should have been knee deep in models.
I had put it in the business chat because I was like, I know Marcos is checking this. That's why I asked. I was like, cool. But I
didn't even see that. I thought. I even thought at the point where what you said the last text, you meant roll into Coleman's, and then when you said, "Oh,"
that's what I thought too.
Yeah, and I was like, I guess that it's just me.
He
You're
did
just
not mention you at a bomb ass house party, which you could have.
No, I did say.
Hold tight. You lead with models. You would have definitely paid attention had you done that.
Well, you're not
Probably
wrong.
your fault too.
I think I was drunk.
How many more locos eat one?
Nor for locos, but I definitely I put it out there that I was like, let me get this message out as best as I can.
Okay.
And I might have put it in a cryptic like way that you might perceive it as not an invitation.
put it in a cryptic chat.
That was
There's only
super cryptic.
5 of us.
Yeah. I just so happened I accidentally saw it. They accidentally clicked the thing and boom.
But that's why
Not even JJ's in town.
Oh my God. What are we doing, man? You are only talking to him.
It's literally just the 3 of us. Not even Gertz is in that chat.
But it was you know what?
Oh, it's so true.
Putting this on me.
So true. What did you just why? You put it in the business chat and everything.
Well, because I was like, okay, so first of all,
no one's here.
I think that was before you confirmed that you were staying in.
Yeah, I didn't do that till right then.
Yeah,
No,
like-
you confirmed. He confirmed he was staying in when the football game was still going on. Georgia, whatever.
Really? I didn't know.
Well, it might have been in the football chat. That's the problem. Once again, 3 different chats.
Yeah, we really got to consolidate some of these.
But when we consolidate, it becomes chaos.
That's true.
Hell no. Hell no. We ain't putting shit that is business relevant in the fun time chat, that will get lost.
It will get lost.
2 seconds, I can't be in that bitch without a thought process going sideways.
Yeah.
Nigga, there's a whole ass chat.
We can only be so lenient in the business chat before we gotta like take this shit to the fun chat.
Yo, no, literally, I was like, no, business. I was like, cool. You know what? I know it's gonna get to the audience I need it to get to. And
fun will get lost.
I'm just don't want to be racist. You said it in black speak, and I'm thick. That's the only problem. Because Tommy picked up on everything, apparently.
Eventually. Because initially I was like, oh, so he's going to the party, right? That's what I thought.
Yeah, I thought he was coming to Coleman's, and I was like, yeah.
Too, like, and then at first I was like, oh, maybe he was somewhere else.
yes, or maybe y'all could have initiated.
No clarification follow-up.
Or maybe there was there could have been an initiation of a conversation. Hey, yo, where you at? What you up to? You only asked Tommy. You didn't ask me. You said Tommy.
Tommy wasn't even in that chat at that point.
No, I said one thing. I think I did. I don't think I commented on that at all. Yeah, I didn't comment on that one at all.
Yeah, at 4:30, Taylor, Tommy, y'all doing anything today?
Oh, yeah.
You know what's funny? Because it's the business chat, I only have to scroll up like a page.
Yeah. I'm looking at it now.
I'm making guest appearances. I'll see where I show up. All right, and I'm like, I might just swing by Corey's. Nothing for hours. At 11:30, I was even later than I thought because I said 10 at first. You at Corey's, and then all right. I was wrong about Tommy. Tommy at that point replies like, "Not just staying in. Y'all be fun and have safe." And I went, "Yeah, I'm at Corey's." And then I sent a picture of somebody dead at 11:30. And then some things never change.
Oh, you did ask me if I'm coming. I said, nah, I was going to have you roll with me.
Yeah, you coming at. He tagged you.
But then I did say, nah, I was going to have you roll with me, which would not mean that I'm coming. That means I'm somewhere else.
Okay, I see it. Yeah. Yeah, it took a while.
You know what I mean? That's like that interaction.
I can see where he got confused too, though. That weren't is where it's at. Because, like, he could have.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I mean, even if he still were, I don't give a fuck. Come with me.
Like, nah, I was actually going to have you roll with me. That's what I thought, if you weren't. You know.
Oh, dog, no. Inquire further. Be curious.
I mean, it does sound like you like, oh, well, you're already there.
Well, no.
I'll see you then.
Yeah. Be curious.
You told him nothing.
Be curious. Ask me questions.
Absolutely nothing, man.
Ask me questions.
He sent you a picture and everything. You could have sent a picture of that shit. That might have got me out.
No, I see where I've made some mistakes.
Yeah.
Execution.
You did not sell
He's
shit.
sending us riddles and shit.
No shit.
Bro, y'all see Glass Onion? That's me. It's like I tried to send you a puzzle.
That wasn't even a puzzle.
Yeah, but he was missing the most important piece, the video of that party.
That's all. He didn't have to say a word. He just had to send that and a question mark, and we would have been inquiring you. Where are you at, and what y'all can we come along? Yeah, you did it wrong. Lessons.
I didn't do shit wrong.
Listen.
You know what? You were inside. You were at Coleman. I was at a house party. I didn't do shit wrong.
Because you didn't show us the video.
No, that is true.
That is why.
But I did take the video. You know what, though, man? I'm in the L here. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, that's
I should have been more clear. I should have been like, Marcos.
Yo, party here.
Yeah, yo, party with me. It's going for a while.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna be kicking it.
This shit is live.
This shit is really live.
Yeah, like
come
in a video.
Through for free chicken.
Again, and they had Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
that's on deck.
Yeah, they had Chick-fil-A. Like they had a whole.
Dude, Tommy would have showed up in slippers and bunny.
Oh, you got in a trash bag for the Chick-fil-A, and I would have been gone.
I was like, nigga, how'd they even get I was like, they got like, it was hot. I was like, how'd you got Chick-fil-A?
I was
like, shit,
they had little heaters. They probably had little heaters.
Whoa, wait, New Year's Eve was on a Saturday this year.
Yeah, so like they got it late.
That's a party, man. What are you doing?
But no, it was
You live this life, so this will happen again. Just send the video.
I don't.
That's all I ask.
No,
something, or just say, hey,
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
One of those, and then we'll know.
Next time, I'm just gonna trust my gut. And
we trust you, man.
And I'm gonna be next time. Next time, I'm gonna trust my gut, and I would just be like, hey, look, you gonna have to risk the gambit for me. AKA, if it sucks, and we stuck.
No.
You know what's funny though? I do that all the time. I'm like, hey, Tommy.
So do I.
This might be boring.
I've invited you to shitty things.
Yeah, and I'm like, this might be boring,
But I
but
respect y'all's time.
But you want to come have free beer at this thing?
Yeah, well,
There was not a part of me that really
You'll buy dinner for me. I'll pay for his ticket or something. Like,
okay, I didn't think
like
it was
that's how you do
I'll be
those
honest, I
things.
didn't think it was gonna be bad, but I was like, I don't know.
But you peeped the scene is the crazy thing. You already did the. Come on, man. You scoped it already.
This is not technically the pre-show. This is the intro roast of TJ, apparently, because obviously I can't. I have communication issues that stem from trauma. That stem from trauma. Trauma of not being able to invite niggas to parties. Clearly,
No, doing a very terrible job at it. That was an invitation. That didn't even look like an invitation. That was not an invitation.
Y'all are always invited. Like, it's not like, okay, first, you're assuming that I would exclude
First of
you.
all, Tommy doesn't even think he's invited when we invite him.
That's true.
I'm like, they've had enough of me, I'm sure.
No, that's not even the case.
I also, but usually, so maybe just take it as this. How about we have the universal rule? If I'm hand raising, which I don't do often, y'all know that.
Right.
If I'm hand raising, just assume it's an invite. Because I also want to respect my time. I want to respect y'all's time. I'm a big person on respecting people's time.
We know.
So I'm always like.
That's why I know if you said it was something, it was something.
But also, I can admit that I maybe drunk me wasn't clear enough. Because normally,
or not at all.
Because if I send that to and that's true, Ricardo. It's part of my UT brain. In UT terms, that's something I said.
Hell yeah! Oh, I'll be in San Diego, Josh, man. Eventually here.
I'm going to San Diego in April. My job's sending me.
Nice.
Yeah. But that being said, though, I mean, it is just kind of you and Sam where it's just like, I will not assume that I'm always invited to your birthday things because you run in elite circles. I run in.
Does, man.
Yeah.
We are intimidated by your friend. Like, don't you know someone who works for NASA or some shit?
Dog. Yes, I do. But
yeah, dude, I live with trash people. It's like, hey, bro, you want to come to this? You want to come to this basement show I'm going to this weekend? Like, yeah, like,
Fuck, man, just playing in the alley. Sure.
You and Sam are like rubbing shoulders with political elite and stuff.
No shit.
Yeah.
But no, I mean,
they have waiters at their parties. What kind of shit is that? Hors d'oeuvres?
Look, so
Chick-fil-A hors d'oeuvres.
Look,
it was still hot at midnight. How the fuck?
I'll try my. I have a wide range of friends who have different things and instances for different reasons, but y'all are always invited. Look, trust me. Look, remember how we define circles? Y'all ain't in JV. Y'all don't need to get an actual invite. Like I still asked to go to Gert's house. I'm kidding. We can just show up, but no, that's just Gert's normally.
Yeah.
Never mind. We can't show up.
No,
we can hang out with him.
He'll pick up if we call or something, I think.
But y'all ain't gotta really I'm not as locked up with my. Oh, actually, I am sometimes. I won't be here for like 3 weeks.
But you take that out of state and out of the country. When you're here, I assume we're invited.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm like,
yeah.
I've invited you to house parties that I've been at. You've never invited us to a house party that you've been at.
He's not.
I don't go to house parties like that.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
What other parties you going to? You go to places.
I go to places, but it's been much more of a not here recently. I've been in a lot of states and doing other shit, right? And like going to other countries. And I have been asking for us to go to somewhere else. But also
TJ does strike again.
But also, no, when it comes to house parties, if I'm at somewhere, I'm usually inviting y'all. And the only time I don't is like probably if I don't.
You embarrassed them.
Yes, every time. No, I'm kidding.
TikTok sound. Are you embarrassed of us? Very.
No, it's like usually because how do I describe it? Like I don't use. I mean, Michaela can vouch for me. Like I'm a homebody a lot too. Like I have just modes. Just depends. But you know what? You're right. I will actively do a better. That's my New Year's resolution to the crew.
You could because If you think that was an invitation, man.
No, shut up. That's TJ invitation. Read between the lines. Ask questions.
I don't know how to read it.
You need a decoder ring for that shit.
If I get a black light and put it over the message, you're invited.
You ever hold up your phone with a lighter, see if the words start to go?
Hey, during a full moon.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I was invited 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I said, you spin your phone in your hand 3 times, burn your phone. That's how you get the invite.
But TJ 4 times in the mirror. He will pop out in the mirror, hand you an invitation. It just disappears.
Yeah, I just look.
Go to that address, knock 4 times.
I will be less of an enigma on multiple fronts. AKA, I love concerts, and actually I like well, we can go into this. I do like ska a lot.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
But I don't go.
I'm going to a Swayze concert next week.
Are they still around?
I didn't know they were still around either.
Really?
He looks like he's gained like 60 pounds between now and 10 years ago when he was his heyday. So,
yeah. I had a friend who was a huge Swayze fan.
No,
He followed them on tour.
On the back.
yeah.
No, I've diversified.
You still show that to the right person, and it's like, oh, that's a cute song. And it's like, yeah, don't listen to the verses in between.
Those don't fly today.
But sorry for that sidetrack of non-football. We got all our pre-show juices out the way that we didn't get to exude. College football.
You upset?
I mean, I'm a Texans
Are you upset
fan.
with Sark and him doing what he did? Like, you don't care.
I don't care.
Really?
I thought it was funny.
What an asshole.
Thought that shit was hilarious.
I had a friend defend him too. He was like, well, he kept touching his nipple. That's what he gets.
The guy's trying to keep doing his job.
I know it is.
That's fucked up.
I mean, right now UT has a bigger problem with their college basketball coach choking out women. So
I think they have a problem with both. I say get rid of both. Just
they're probably getting rid of neither. Is what's going to happen.
yeah,
You know them contracts?
I know. I mean, they got the money to buy them out.
See, I'm a no sales contract. If you want me to be a representative, oh my gosh. If you want me to be a representative of your organization, you cannot fire me.
I mean,
Or if you do, severance package, please.
Before I hire you, how's your communication skills? They good? Yes, sir. You're fine already.
TJ would be pretty good at holding up a sign with 4 weird symbols on it.
And an emoji.
And you have to figure out what it is.
Wait a minute.
Y'all niggas don't speak DDR. I said left, right, dog. Come on.
I see a picture of Ricky Bobby. What does that mean?
I was even happy we just got to a bowl game. Like
You have to just be above 500.
Not this time.
No,
It was some.
was someone not over
no,
500?
you're right. I think they were. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was
used
just
to
a
be-
weird.
I mean, the ranked people were the only ones.
damn,
pretty
people
much
think
got
real
it.
bad of you. I was like,
What I did?
of course he wouldn't. We spent a whole 30 minutes on this.
Just got in. Did they talk about what happened last night?
Why the hell would I do that? Jesus.
We ain't trying to get canceled.
No, if my look,
We have empathy.
if my personal character leads you to believe that, then Jesus Christ, I think I need to do
Yeah.
something about myself.
We need to have a 2023.
No shit. Oh my
Revamp
God.
your image.
Yeah, god damn.
Tommy's coming back in sweater vest.
That is a
Pipes.
full Ned Flanders mustache. No, Kirby, no, man.
No.
We did not. That was a serious moment.
We took it as serious as. Oh my God, damn it! I can't say that. We took it as seriously as we could.
Pretty much, yeah. We didn't cut any jokes, really.
No, none.
We can win a daytime
Now
Oscar
we
for
will.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Well, I mean, college was really surprising because TCU did show up to play. They
Shocked
did.
a lot of people.
I didn't think they deserved to be there, kind of
A
thing.
lot of people did. They were like, "Oh, they'll get bounced, and we'll get on to the real playoffs." It's like, and I knew they would do well. Like that's a good team.
Oh,
Good teams will do well.
you thought they would do well just because you hate the hardballs.
I love the hardballs.
Oh, I thought you did. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's Gertz. They're both always on the other side.
More than likely, Gertz. He hates a lot of things.
I just.
He hates talented coaches and like shitty ones.
Usually, I just kind of assume vitriol from this side of the. I'm not usually sitting over here, but I usually just assume vitriol and whoever comes from. Somehow, I feel a lot angrier. I don't know why.
Let it out. That's what this side is for.
And then I don't know. I think the most surprising game was actually yesterday in a way, because I thought USC deserved to be in the big tournament.
I'm so over fucking USC.
I'm
happy they lost. Fuck USC.
They lost in the most embarrassing way ever.
To Tulane.
That
is glorious. And that overrated ass quarterback. Like, I don't care about a Caleb Williams. You know what my heart is. And my guy showed the fuck out.
Bryce Young against Kansas State.
It was a fucking warm up game for that kid. But 5 TDs.
Does he even want to go to the Texans?
He's in the draft. He declared. He knows what's happening. He knows what's up.
I think they still think you're going to take the dude from Kentucky.
No one take. Okay, so can I? Before we even. All right.
Go for it.
I need to get on my soapbox if that's okay.
Go for
a moment. Thank you.
Let me clean that up before you get on your soapbox.
I mean this. And I'm happy Gertz's ass isn't here. I hope you get well. But like,
I feel like I should call Gertz right now.
No, he doesn't need to hear.
I want to hear him coughing on the phone. Let his lungs rest.
Can you get COVID through the phone?
He wouldn't have got COVID if he got to drink some more Four Loko.
That one kills all bacteria.
Yeah.
Or spreads it. We don't know.
I'm patient 0 and Omega. You don't really know. I'm the start and the end.
So here's where I'm at with my squad. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of them. They're an embarrassment. They're a fucking disgrace. And they're
still trying to win.
Exactly.
I think that's the worst part. They're trying to win.
They're trying.
And didn't they win this week?
No, they got blown out by Jacksonville.
No, it was the last week.
Yeah, Titans, but that's easy. They can't not beat the Titans. That's how, I don't think they're going to win this game Sunday. It's against the Jeff Saturday Colts. And that's going to be a hard
there's like a pride thing there where I'm like, I know your team is bad, but it's the Colts. And can I time out? Quick interjection.
Throw this? Yeah.
Interjection. I'm tired of people blaming Jeff Saturday when he got a team that apparently can do nothing with that quarterback position. They have no quarterback, no QB. No. Not a single thing. Matt Ryan's trash. Sam Ellinger, I'm sorry, bro, trash. Mm-hmm. And then who they fill in?
Nick Foles.
Got wrecked.
They got snow angels next to him as he's convulsing.
That was literally the closest I've ever seen to a teabagging on actual NFL.
It was really bad. That was really bad.
That dude got sacked, and then for 3 minutes, it felt like 3 minutes.
Next to him. Literally.
While he's writhing in pain.
Yeah.
The only celebration that I've seen more like asinine than that is it wasn't the UFC, it was Bellator. The dude broke the dude's head open and knocked him out, and then threw a Pokeball at him.
Oh, Jesus.
You fainted.
You gotta read the room, Quite literally read the room.
He put on a little pokey hat too.
Oh, Jesus. It's terrible.
So that I will agree that I think that was bad. So where I think my thing with that tackle, I was like, you probably could have gotten away with the Snow Angels if you hadn't have done the thing on the sideline.
The sideline was what it.
That's
did.
what.
Night asleep. Yeah.
He went into the.
Yeah.
But then, like, the people getting mad at the O lineman, I don't blame you, but I also
Saturday.
But I also
mad at the O lineman.
Well, it's true, like, because as an O lineman, that's like one of your things.
It's all for show, man.
But also, I just met the nigga. Like, I don't really know. I mean, he just here this week. I mean, why I gotta defend someone who just got here this week? I mean, I'm a good person. I have empathy. I wanted to be safe.
It's a legend, man. That's Big Dick Nick.
But also,
not no more.
Super Bowl. No, he's impotent Nick.
Yeah, we don't have no rapport. Like, I'm just you want me to defend you off of nice guyness?
Needle
like,
dick.
Let's go get me a fine, a ticket, all those kind of things. At least most I would have done, I would have been like, hey man, get away. Like, just get away. And like look, or like give them like a heads up, like, hey man, look, check. Yeah. But I'm gonna go push somebody. You gotta respect some people a little bit. But he ain't respecting my QB. But I also don't know this guy. That's a tough one for me. I don't know you. You just showed up in my stadium this week.
You're wearing blue and white, so you're my QB Nick Foles this week.
It's more like white with blue.
It's true.
The Giants were blue with white.
Colors. Yeah,
That's why you let them through. You were the O lineman. They were just like, oh, that's blue.
Yeah, they got confused. That's all.
But I do respect Jeff Saturday. He like as
I like Jeff Saturday still. Yeah.
Man, I feel like he was just put in a rough position.
Yeah, he loves his team always. So if they need to tank, he'll tank and be happy doing it.
And I mean, he's getting a paycheck. He'd be all right.
Yeah, he's fine. He
loves
his squad.
I feel like he could be successful in the right situation.
I do too.
What head coaches are available?
That's tons. No, it's
Because they can always go to college.
they go to college. Harbaugh wants back in, so
Sean Payton.
yeah. But okay, so back.
Sean Payton don't want the Colts.
Not the
he
Colts.
doesn't.
He don't want the Colts. He don't want Denver. And you ain't gonna
he
con one of my.
wants,
I mean, I know we have 3 head coaches, but you can't get none of them. Back away.
He wants Dallas, or he wants. It's another one. Shit, I forgot the other one.
Green Bay, maybe.
Look at me in the eye.
No, you don't want Sean.
No. If we had Sean Payton and managed to keep Dan Quinn and Kellen, I'll let you know right now, we ain't losing ever.
Well, Dak won't be a quarterback.
Yes, you would.
Sean's not playing that. He needs an actual quarterback.
It's not
to
the matter.
accomplish
It's
the goal.
you, Jerry Jones, is still a thing.
Oh yeah, it's another Jimmy Johnson. So I hope he'd be prepared for that.
I have a very devil's kind of thing to ask you, TJ. So Tom Brady is a free agent next year.
No.
You wouldn't take Tom Brady over Dak?
Or the Raiders, that would be great.
Hell.
I want to see Tom Brady in a Raiders
I
uniform.
desperately want to see that, and I want to see Sammy once that happens. His head will explode. It's like an eternal explosion.
He already vowed he would not be a Raiders fan anymore.
Yeah, he said he was going to be a Giants fan. I think it's because
That's the opposite thing. Like it's a million Californian teams. Well, just pick
Pride.
one. Oh, it's weird.
I think
I'd be a 49ers fan in a heartbeat.
So
Brock Purdy.
So can I get back on my soapbox?
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Real
Before we
quick.
distract.
I'll speed it up. My team's garbage. They're a dumpster fire. If they don't do the logical thing this time, I'm really done. I can't do
What's
this
the
to
logical
myself.
thing?
You get Bryce Young if you get the number 1 pick. First, you tank this Colts game. Fumble at the goal line. I don't make it obvious. I could give 2 shits.
They have a pride thing. I mean, don't
That's
lose to
so
the Colts.
stupid.
Actually, no. I
fire
want Jeff
people.
Saturday to win.
I do too. I'm rooting for obviously. But yeah, you get him, you fire Lovey's wrinkly ass. It looks like a fucking half-sucked raisinette. Then I want you to hire D'Amico or the defensive coordinator from Philly. That guy, one of those guys, a guy who knows what to do and knows how to win games. You do that. They get new uniforms, thank God, because that shit's just terrible. Everything about this team is god-awful.
Gosh.
Yeah, so you do all those things, I'm still here.
I'm actually with them start and end with a tie against the same team.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Bookends.
Bro, I
could see that happening.
Man, you want to know what made me believe in Thanos? Comic book character I think is real because the Steelers, everything must be balanced, nigga.
Yeah, crazy. About to make the playoffs again?
I said, what can Tomlin do?
He's the best coach ever, I'm telling you.
He said, y'all really thought, I think they were like 3 and 5. Like they were down bad.
They were really bad.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't, just wait. It'll balance itself.
It always does. But yeah, no, if this team doesn't do the logical things to progress and to try to be a good team, I got to be out permanently.
But you went back last year.
No, I was bullshitting. Because it's hard to leave your team, actually leave them. Because if I really left them, I probably wouldn't watch football anymore, quite literally. I
don't think you can quit football.
I can't. But I can't root for this piece of shit ass team anymore.
You can't. Yeah. I mean, football. Wait. My bad. Only last time I interrupted you.
That's fine.
Keon Sloan, 17. I did not give you your flowers. You donated a bunch today. Thank you so much.
Hey,
I don't think I proper. The hype train happened, and then I think we were in the middle of some other shit. I was getting attacked. Got to make sure that we give you your flowers. Thank you so much for the support, and your support is going to help Tommy make it through next season.
We'll see. Because, I really...
You can always pick another... You can be a Steelers fan again next year.
No, I was just doing that to fuck with Gertz. I like the Steelers. I like Tomlin and all, but I don't want no Bengals or Steelers.
Tommy, come to the dark side.
I would never. If you didn't get me back in the Super Bowl years, you ain't getting me now.
You sure? Come on.
No.
I said,
No, Satan.
They have a black quarterback.
He's mixed.
How do I call it? we have all the heartbreak except with a winning season. Come on. It's like, you get on the same roller coaster emotions with just winning a
Your
season.
stadium's better. No, I can't go that route. I can't do it because that's damn near as painful as my shit, except just in a different. It's a dull pain instead of just a sharp pain. That's the only difference.
Yeah, man. How do I put it? Yours is a stab. Mine's high cholesterol.
Mine is overkill. Like, he's been dead. Why do you keep stabbing him? Yeah, that's the Texans. Yeah, that's what they do to that.
That's what I
fan
said. Mine's
base.
high cholesterol.
Yeah.
It's slow and surely killing me.
You'll get diabetes or some shit. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it's getting me.
Choice is.
But
no. Josh,
Sally,
man.
Sally Streams, I didn't know was a Lions fan, and that is a very good segment.
I like the Lions are good.
They're
Ish. They're good-ish.
They're very feisty.
They're feisty. They're fun to watch. They're all that. But no, there's one team that I've only rooted for other than the Oilers and the Texans. Mm-hmm. And their childhood team, it was one of the first Super Bowl I ever saw was with San Francisco, and I do believe...
The Redskins?
No, San Francisco, and I do believe... I think it was the Redskins.
No, it can't be the Redskins. They're the best NFC teams.
Oh, yeah, no. Buffalo. KC,
Buffalo.
Yeah, San Fran and Buffalo. Yeah. So, yeah, that was the first one I remember. Steve Young, the whole nine. And I just loved the 49ers. My dad had to force me into the Oilers, and I fell in love with the Oilers. And then, of course, the Texans, unfortunately. But, like, I always have some type of love for San Fran. As you saw, hell, I made a bet for them, which I won, by the way.
We don't talk about that. I'm down bad this season.
Yeah, really
need the Cowboys to make it to the
Tommy's
NFC
mostly right.
Championship.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so I'm going back. And I will buy merch. Like, I will be all in, completely 100% invested in the Niners, because that's an organization that at least knows how to win.
Let me be clear here.
And it won't be any jumping ship. That's it. Permanent. They hooked me when I was a child.
Even if the Texans start winning.
If I'm done, I got to be done.
Make it to the Super Bowl next year.
Got to be done.
There ain't no way the Texans get to the Super Bowl next year.
We know. It's a crazy hypothetical.
Miracle on them. I don't know, nigga. It's like I'm trying.
Who's the quarterback? Derek Carr? Come on.
He tried to go to Texas.
No one is. Nobody wants to go.
Oh, man. Derek Carr holding the other Carr's home. It's like, I will finish what you started.
Oh, destroying the organization. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that revenge happening. God damn it. No, I wouldn't trust a car in the building.
Don't worry. I have all season long to convince him to join the dark side.
I just
Be
can't.
a Cowboys fan.
Oh, the misery. He left. What the hell? What do you want me to? Go skull. Yeah.
Stop it. I don't know why you went from depression to a lottery. I don't know.
You literally call Dak a lottery all the time.
He is a lottery. Did you see those 2 interceptions?
We won. Okay, that first one, come on.
No, we're not doing that.
That was some comical.
Dude,
No,
you can't keep doing this.
You have to laugh at that first one.
I laugh at all of them.
That was some comedy shit.
I'll literally laugh at all of them.
Like, that nigga said,
there you go.
That's not
Still an interception.
That's not a Dak.
Still an interception, man.
That was the only time I saw Dak.
Does Dak have a mouth? Does Dak know how to communicate?
Yeah.
Talk to your boys, Dak. Hold on to the ball.
That was the only time I ever saw Cowboys haters still be like, okay, come on, that's funny.
No.
That's not even fair.
Look, okay, part of this is on McCarthy.
What do you mean
too.
that's the first? I think a third of Dak's interceptions
They're
are
all that.
Yeah.
That's why it's on Mike McCarthy too. Tip drills. Can we do some tip drills? Because this team needs tip drills if any team does.
No, I was saying just like the
Holy
first
shit.
time, like holistically, that I saw Cowboys haters being like, okay, come on. Like,
Well, clearly Dak's not putting it in the bucket.
look at his hands. Like it was just,
Those throws are too hard. Those throws are too hard. He's got to have some touch.
Bro,
He ain't got
said,
touch. That's his problem.
Like I've never seen a pass like this. I was like, do.
Josh Allen ain't got them issues. It's soft. He knows how to get it there.
I
Keep it
really
there.
doubt it's soft to catch a pass from Josh Allen.
I feel like it hurts and it's filled with anger.
You don't blink.
Yeah.
You don't blink.
Fueled with malice.
Oh, yeah. Just thinking about Patrick Mahomes.
I feel like the chest pads have an indent from where the football hits you when Josh Allen.
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
I think he's a soft thrower.
No, I think Patrick is probably the only soft thrower because he's
he
throwing
has
it
touch. He can finesse it. Look, he's shooting a free throw.
So a real quick story, just because it's really interesting. And I was going to bounce off when Sally brought up that she was a Lions fan.
God bless you, Sally.
The NFC picture is really fucking complicated right now.
Those wily vets look like they're gonna might mess some stuff up for some people.
Well, I'm not exactly sure why it works this way.
Because doesn't Aaron Rodgers only have to win one? It's in his hands, right?
So it's the Lions versus the Packers, and whoever wins should get in. Get in. But it doesn't exactly work that way.
I was almost got to lose.
So if the Packers win, I don't know why it doesn't count like that, but if the Packers win, they have a better interdivisional record, so they automatically get in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If the Lions win, they still need the Seahawks to lose.
Of course, that's such a Lions thing.
Well, the good news is who do
the Seahawks play?
The Seahawks play the Rams. Well, they are getting help because Matthew Stafford said, I will do whatever I can to make the Lions go into the playoffs. He's coming back this game.
That's not going to help them. Help them at all. That is cool of him to do.
Why would he come back?
For his old squad.
Yeah.
Help him out.
He's going to have a line.
It doesn't
round.
matter because they're going to probably lose against Green Bay anyways, but it would sit
Look,
your
I
ass
don't need
down,
I don't
Matt
need
Stafford.
both of my evils in the playoffs.
Let's go do another Little Caesars commercial, man.
Also, I'm so fucking irritated. Like, I need the Eagles. Y'all niggas needed to win so I can not have hope.
Well, San Fran's about to knock the Eagles off the top seeded spot, so.
No, it's a three-way. So what is it? We need.
I thought the Cowboys just need to win. No, yeah, the Cowboys just need to win, and then the Eagles need to lose next week.
Yeah, Eagles need to lose, but also I'm pretty sure it's we get number 1 seed if San Fran loses, but they ain't losing.
Brock Purdy is on a different. That's the new. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and call him the new Tom Brady just yet.
But he looks good.
That motherfucker looks good. Like Jimmy, you need Jimmy G because he will be available.
I'm happy he's having success because I just want more quarterback names in the mix. Like,
too.
you don't have to be like.
You don't have to be a top round pick either.
No.
Like I like proving that whole narrative wrong. Where like, yeah, where was Brock Purdy from?
Brock Purdy?
Yeah, Missouri, I think.
I thought it was Iowa State.
Iowa. Yeah. No.
He's from Iowa State, and then Kettle was from Iowa.
Yeah.
And they're giving each other shit all the time.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah, like no one thought that. Iowa State. There you go. So yeah, no, I'm fucking thrilled for that kid because he's a good quarterback, and it gave me a little hope. Like, look, if we don't get Bryce Young, which I'm out either way, you know, if they get like a Will Levis and Will Levis is good, I'll go with that. Like, because I like these guys who it's something they see in them, it's something they can do very well, and yeah, like they took a chance on the kid. He was third string, and now look at him.
And he's bomb. It's really like I would rather they do this more often. Give like some other like fresher rookie college quarterbacks a shot.
Yeah. I'll let
Later
you finish.
draft.
Yeah. I have to rub something in, but yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You want me to do it now?
Yeah.
How'd Jarrett Stidham do?
Oh, wait, we'll talk about that in a second. No.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That wasn't me, nigga.
That was you
No,
co-signed
that was-
this motherfucker all the time. I thought it was you.
I probably did, but
I think you co-signed him.
We'll roll that beautiful bean.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is a good way to start this. I mean, it's attaboys. My attaboy does go to Stidham because
Damn it, that would have been mine. Yeah.
the 49ers were the defense to beat. They are
best
the number
defense
one
in the league.
On that note, I did hear an interesting stat that because the Cowboys rely on the run so much, like whenever Pollard is out there, they do a lot better. 8 of the top 10 run defenses are in the AFC. So as long as they don't play the 49ers, they have a shot of winning, is what they say.
that also applies to our defense.
So who do you play first? The Bucks.
That's what it's looking like, and that's what I don't want.
Tom Brady beats you guys a lot, especially in the playoffs.
I needed Carolina to win, and somehow they just bumblefuck their way to a loss.
I don't know if Dak has ever beat Tom Brady. I don't think
he has.
I don't think he has.
Dude,
This will be the year. I don't think it'll happen.
look.
He's gonna throw 2. Just hope those 2.
I'm really hoping for that first seed. Really hoping for that first seed.
That means you just play them later.
Bye, and you're gonna lose.
No, because
you're gonna lose.
No, the Bucks would. Oh my God! The Bucks would play the Eagles at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tom Brady beats the Eagles at this point.
No.
They just lost to the Saints.
No, but Jalen Hurts is not in.
Yeah, it's just Gardner. Bless
Oh, so you want him to come in rusty? Is Jalen Hurts even playing this weekend?
I'm pretty sure he is because
is.
like their seating is on the line.
Yeah, no, he is.
But I hope he comes in rusty. I'll take that first seed. We play the tight.
That's a second half team. They'll find it in the second half.
I'll just look.
Look, man.
I don't want to play Tom Brady.
It doesn't matter who you play. Who can you beat? What team can Dallas beat in the playoffs?
The only team that I have.
Yeah, it's only one.
The Seahawks, probably.
No.
Seahawks,
The only
yes.
team I have
That's
like
the only one
ever,
I
like
see,
the
too.
only team that I have like dread against playing truly is the 49ers. I don't want to play them. They'll beat our brakes off.
Phillies are gonna beat. They would beat your brakes.
We won against them.
You won against Gardner Minshew.
No, we
didn't win against
we
the
dropped
MVP
40 on them.
candidate.
We dropped 40 on them. That's against their defense that had.
They weren't
starters.
even trying with
Yes,
Gardner.
they were. Yes, they were. They had to because it's a quintessential. They could have locked it up if they beat
They
us.
won't let it happen again.
Pretty sure they will.
It's
Because
confidence.
I have to because Michael was talking that shit against Jalen. I need us
They
to
gotta
win.
meet.
Yes.
Those two gotta meet. That's what I'm waiting on.
I think Micah's kind of hurt too.
Oh yeah,
He was playing with the cast on his arm.
He's
Well, they
always
got him
hurt.
doing everything.
I mean,
Got him playing like three niggas positions, right? Are they paying him extra?
he will get paid.
He deserves to be paid extra.
He's on his freshman contract.
Jerry can pay him right now if he so chose.
You don't want to pay some when you have someone for cheap. You have them for cheap. kind
Oh,
of
that
thing.
rookie contract's a beautiful thing. But Jerry Jones doesn't follow logic. Just
He'll
does
keep Micah.
things.
He's not that crazy.
Oh no, he's gonna pay him out the ass when the time comes if he's healthy.
Of course.
If he ain't,
He kept Brandon Gregory around.
If they don't
like,
DeMarco Murray him first. You remember DeMarco, right?
stop it.
Yeah, we don't talk about DeMarco.
What did DeMarco do when he left, though?
Not much. I don't think he could walk after he left, could he? Because Jerry was like, give him the ball every time.
I mean, the Eagles tried. I remember Jordan was really happy. It was like, we stole your dude. And then it was like,
He
cool.
was nothing left of him by the time he went to Philly.
I think they signed him for 3 or 4 years, and he was on the Titans the next year.
Oh, that was a sad case. The sad case of DeMarco Murray.
Is that a fire extinguisher?
Yeah.
They give them to you.
When did he get that? And a new. Is someone else living here? No, I'm kidding.
Might be someone in the wall.
Man, your shit was making lots of noise. I took it down for you. Going back into my wall.
Dude in the walls is. Never mind.
Okay, so timeout. Question. Now that we're at the precipice, we're almost at the playoffs. Look, really and truly, and you got like the matchups on thinking through some of the first round matchups. Who do you think's coming up?
First round? Well, it's literally
The
like,
AFC or the NFC?
they're both still kind of in the air. We don't know who has the number one seed in either. We don't.
Like-
Don't. But you know who has the shot and who don't.
Yeah, I mean, look, you get off your
Yeah, but not in the AFC. It's between 3 teams and how things shake out. And then
It's literally just, and no, fuck that. Actually, squash it. It's 2 teams. I do not believe in KC at all.
you know what KC has? A win. You know what Buffalo may not have? A win, because their game may never happen.
That's true. It doesn't matter.
It does matter to the rankings.
Well, yeah, it fucks the rankings. But I mean, just who's gonna do it? Like, who's actually gonna get it done? I don't see KC.
You know what? I actually think the NFC
I see
is.
Buffalo now getting it done.
I think the
or
NFC is going to be
Bengals.
the funner side.
Buffalo literally cannot get it done if this game doesn't happen, and I don't see a way that this game
Oh
happens.
no, they just got to play their asses off. But
you think they're going to play twice in
I'm telling you,
7 days?
No, that game they need to just
7-on-7
eliminate
flag
that.
football.
Somebody said coin toss, which hell, it's fucked up as that is. That might actually be the easiest thing.
I bet
to
the
do.
Bills lose that coin toss somehow.
Probably would. They don't do good at coin tosses.
Wait, they're going to put out Joe Burrow for a coin toss? He's already won it.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the luckiest dude in the
he
NFL.
looks at the coin. No. It's just automatically flip his way.
Coin's like, I'm scared.
Yeah. Look at those eyes.
I'm because people talk about the AFC so much. I think the NFC is going to be the funner side of the football to watch because the team,
NFC.
Yeah,
I do too.
Because I think that it's just going to be a clusterfuck of shit.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Like the Lions are on the come up. They could be on the come
you
up.
got
If
Brady
the Packers
and
are in,
Rodgers in.
I don't want Rodgers in.
I know you don't.
You got you got Brady in, and then look, the least interesting team is the Giants. To be honest,
Forgot all about them already.
they're there.
What are you talking? Lamar Blanco is fun to watch.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
He balled the fuck out.
He runs.
I feel like he's the new. Who's going to be the new Fitzy? It's got to be one of these sons of bitches. I feel like Daniel Jones would make a good new
Dude,
Fitzy.
No.
When the playoffs start, dude,
He's got wheels.
I don't know if we're gonna be at Gertz's house park there with like a stack this high of pluckers, but like we need to watch like every
like
game.
Cousin Eddie
we have
at his house.
we have to be watching all the games because it'll be a blast.
Yeah, it's gonna be too fun not to. Which one?
get-
Nickelodeon. Which one does Nickelodeon get?
We don't know until the games are set.
Fuck.
But on that note, it's like I random question off the cuff because TJ wants to look ahead. Will this playoff season be more fun than last playoff
hell
season?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because look, you
Last
had an idea.
year
Last
was
season
the
was
best.
close.
You had an idea. You were like, probably LA. Like
No one saw the Bengals making it.
Nobody saw the Bengals make, but LA you kind of figured was going to make it because they were rolling quite, pretty well. That
No,
was just
I
a
actually
determined-ass
was
team.
dreading Aaron Rodgers making it, and then somehow like
It was going to be out of those two for the NFC, and I did not see the Bengals make it.
Oh, that's a playoff
side.
game that I think that if the Packers do get in, they're probably playing the 49ers. So I was like, oh, that comeback story's going to end real quick.
You already know what's happening in that one. But yeah, no, like, but like this, I don't know. I don't know what one team would be in the Super Bowl. If I'm being honest, I couldn't lock one down specifically. Like I'm like at least 80% confident this team will be there. I can't do that.
No,
I have no clue.
It's hard because you don't know the matchups right now, and I feel like I think the funnest part about the NFC is you don't know what team's going to show up that day. You like playing like the AFC is.
Let's say right now it's looking like Buffalo and San Fran. It's a sign, TJ.
Did you see
it's a sign to jump ship?
Did you see fourth quarter of the Tampa Bay game?
No.
The Buccaneers look like the old Buccaneers, and I don't know.
I heard Mike Evans look like the old Mike Evans.
Mike Evans said, "All right, Tom,
This is what we're doing."
You're throwing me the ball.
Yeah.
That's all you
we
can
will
do.
get there.
And that's my problem. There ain't. I love Trayvon. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Mike Evans.
He's a fucking
you alive.
tight end.
I think Mike Evans is a foot taller than almost every.
Yeah, like if you've seen this man, there's no stopping him. Like, because I'm like, okay, Godwin, that's inside the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Evans gets going, he just has to do this, and he's already over everybody.
Yeah. Mostly all your cornerbacks. Yeah.
But no, that's what I'm excited for because I'm like, look,
Like having Travis Kelce as your fucking wide receiver.
so tall.
Yeah.
What I really like is like when I think about the teams, right? If the Lions are healthy, they're looking real good. If they make it, fucking, you don't know what Vikings you're gonna get.
Nope.
I mean, it's
all a matter of
that's
depth.
Fugazi. I've called it. Like
a
I
matter-
feel like they're getting bounced first game in the playoffs.
It's a matter of if Dalton can run or not. That's really all it comes down to. And like we already talked about, everybody's weakness is the run. So I don't know.
Seems like everyone's weakness is
No, on the NFC. And the AFC is a different story.
Oh no, AFC too.
If y'all guys get Dalvin Cook cooking, he's gonna be real good.
All those top teams don't have. Well, no, Buffalo does have a good run. They have a great run defense. Actually.
I think that everyone is mid, and then everyone on the AFC, like even the Chiefs, have a better run defense than everyone in the NFC.
They do
Outside
not
of the
have a
49ers.
they do not have DBs
And then,
at all.
You know, with like I don't know what Cowboys I'm gonna get. I can get the one that dropped 43 points on the Vikings.
Well, we know what you will. You will get 2 interceptions. No matter what.
I told Dak to get it out the way.
I don't know if you're going to win or not, but you will get the 2 interceptions.
I'm counting on at least one.
It's going to be detrimental. Dak is not a playoff quarterback.
He is. He's arriving to the occasion. We're here.
I don't think he is.
I just don't want to get stuffed with the 49ers again, for the love of God.
team's
The Chargers
right
are the quiet and in the wing.
They are
We're talking
very
about you
burning
almost,
hot.
in the
you
cut.
almost beat the 49ers. It came down to not calling timeout in the last play.
I know.
Yeah.
I wake up cold sweats.
You guys could have done. Well, that was not with Brock Purdy though. You don't know that energy yet.
I mean, you would take Jimmy G over Brock Purdy?
Hell no.
Now?
Brock Purdy?
no.
The way that team's balling?
I believe in Purdy.
Purdy's young, got some juice to him.
Purdy, yeah, you don't know where that ceiling is with Purdy.
want
You
Jimmy
know
G
where
to-
it's at. Jimmy G does not do well in the playoffs, and we all know that. I trust Brock Purdy in the playoffs over Jimmy G because at least it's unknown, you know.
Yeah, like I'll take the independent variable.
Hey, he don't know what he don't know. That's the beauty of it.
He gets a pass regardless because I'm like, hey, yo, Brock Purdy brought this team to the playoffs. If something happens, this is your first
He's a
time.
man. Like those players are on the train. The players are like, yeah, this kid is for real. Like, so I'm believing him.
But that it's gonna be a fucking just clusterfuck of
I might
crazy.
just jump ship just cause.
Just clusterfuck of cray. I mean, and especially if the Packers are in, that's gonna be
That's gonna be great.
No, I don't want them in. That
Watson,
immediately,
come on, man. He found his guy.
he's the fastest
found his
nigga on the field. There's nobody.
That's all he does. He burns everybody bone. We're good.
No, literally, like,
Yeah.
I saw players, like, I saw a safety just disappear. He gave up. He said, I'm not catching him.
I saw this motherfucker hit, like, he was going so fast. I think he scored a touchdown. He slid like 5 yards just from momentum. I'm like, jeez.
Doug,
So a check on that kid.
No, but it's gonna be a good time because
It's gonna be a fun.
I'm just happy. I'm happy because and I hope that narrative kind of tapers down a little bit. The AFC, like, there's these 3 Titan teams, and you're just like,
Literally, that's it.
like, and you're like, it's
Every
pretty-
other team seems to have fallen off.
and it's like you might get an upset here and there. That'd be really cool. I think the Chiefs have been giving up a little too much.
Dog, the Chiefs, come on,
They're
man.
scary.
They almost lost against. I mean, they're almost losing against teams they just shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be losing to. Like, the Texans was way too close.
The Broncos.
The Broncos have a good defense, but still way too close.
They took them to the wire. It's just like, no, that team, they're soft as fuck. That is their problem. They are a soft, sensitive ass team.
Yeah, but they also have that Tom Brady playoff thing. Like, they become a different team in the
Kinda
playoffs.
do too. Yeah, they do, but they remain soft. That's why they don't win Super Bowls.
They've won a Super Bowl.
They won
they meet-
one.
if they
Out of
meet-
how many times have they been in the playoffs?
and
bro?
their
Like
Achilles
3.
heel, and their Achilles heel will be in the playoffs.
Yeah, that is their
Bengals will be
Achilles heel.
there.
Yeah, you
what?
have to bully
Bengals
them.
will be there.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not
You
worried
have
about
to
the
bully
Bengals.
them. That's how you beat KC in the playoff. You just have to bully the fuck out of them. That's how every team has beat them thus far.
It just depends on how the rock paper.
Oh
scissors,
yeah, if Bengals in, they're done.
It just depends on how the rock paper scissors event matches up.
Yeah.
Like if the Bills face if the Bengals face the
Well, honestly, whoever gets that 1 seed, it's going to matter a lot because if you play at Chiefs Kingdom, it's a different thing. If you play that Buffalo Cold, it'll be a different thing. I don't feel like Cincinnati gets big home field advantage compared to
No,
those
they
two
don't.
places.
I also don't feel like it's fair to play in Buffalo.
No, that shit is. It shouldn't be
abuse.
legal. Yeah, it shouldn't even be fucked. Yeah, I love how they're building a new stadium in the cold still.
Yeah, I'm not-
They still won't put them indoors. I'm like, come on, this is the best fan base in the fucking league. Let them have some shelter. here.
Nah,
Like,
they want to be outside. They want it
they're the
colder.
crazy ones, man. They'll do it. It's still
Bro,
my favorite fan base.
They fucking they'll have tailgates in the freezing cold.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
But it's been kind of AFC dominated for so many years that it's just nice to have a very interesting NFC interactions because it's not a rock paper
I think
scissors
the
thing.
NFC's winning this year.
Yeah, I think the NFC is just funner because it's like, and the
If
records
it
are
ain't
good.
if it ain't Buffalo, I think whoever's in the NFC is winning again this year.
But
Actually, no, I take that back. I think the AFC might. I don't know.
No, it's hard.
Don't know. Yeah,
because I
don't
mean,
know.
like, to be honest, no matter what team you name, except the Giants, like I'd be like, oh, they have a fine shot, and if the Giants make it all the way,
Forget the Giants.
You know what I'm saying? Dog, they're there.
Who has the fortune of playing them?
The Giants, it
Wild
would
card
probably be. So if the.
Can you see the playoff picture right now? Am I pulling it up?
I can see it, but it's just gonna be a thing where it's not accurate.
Oh, it's not accurate,
Yeah.
but at least it gives us like a picture of like who they
played?
could.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think.
They would
Seattle?
probably be.
No, because they're low seeded.
No, the lowest seed would play the
wild
Bucs.
card, right?
So it's the winner. Oh, they would play the Vikings.
Vikings. Okay.
Can we play the Vikings?
No,
I would think that. I think that might be a good game. I'm not sold on the Vikings.
Cowboys or Vikings?
a false
The last
team.
time they quit.
Absolutely. Oh, big stage also. Kirk Cousins don't do big stages.
Last time they quit. They gave up.
Gave up. Yeah.
They got to the fourth quarter. We're down 40 and said, we can't do this no more.
So right now, and like I said, this thing in a hole.
Yep, Vikings. It looks like
where you got the Cowboys versus the Bucks.
No.
Yeah.
Giants versus the Vikings, and then the Seahawks versus the 49ers.
Oh Jesus, that is some massacre waiting to happen.
Now on the other side, the Patriots versus the Bills. Patriots, they'll play each other back to back. That might give.
Oh, the Patriots are in the playoffs right now.
Yep.
At the moment.
Yep.
Okay.
Ravens are playing the Bengals, and then the Chargers are playing the Jets.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what? Those Jags.
Good.
That's a good Jags versus
Jags are rolling like a mother. They fucking took Trevor Lawrence out. He was balling.
They said he's too good.
He still has moments. We'll see if he can work on those. See, I want to see playoff Trevor Lawrence. See what he does.
Oh man, this is gonna be a great playoff. These matchups looks like so much fun.
And I think these teams are still alive. There's got to be some
upsets in here.
Pittsburgh and Miami are still alive, I think.
Yeah.
There's some fucking.
Everyone that's 8-8 and playing is still alive.
So I would rather have any other team that's not the New England Patriots.
Yeah, they need to go.
I think they just I'd rather have.
They don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Miami or Pittsburgh, and to be honest, I think Pittsburgh would be the funniest one.
I would love it. That's the one I'm rooting for.
But look at these records. We're so much better on this.
And then on the NFC is the one that I do know very well.
Oh, the Lions can still, Lions.
The Lions can get in if they beat Green Bay, and then Seattle loses.
And
Green Bay gets in just if they win,
right? Is the Lions?
Well, Green Bay is still in the bubble.
Oh, that's right.
Green Bay gets in just if they win.
Yeah, they have.
And Seattle gets in if they win.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, wait. Seattle needs to get in, and then they still need Green Bay to lose. And then I don't. Because their conference something is 6-5.
Yeah, so it'll be
and Seattle is 5-6.
Yeah.
God, Seattle, y'all should. So scroll up for me, so I can see the matchups. Oh man, these games will be a blast.
The only team you're beating there would be Seattle.
No, you don't do that to us with the Giants.
Oh, I forgot about that. I keep forgetting the end. I apologize.
That's disrespectful.
He's literally looking at them, and he keeps forgetting that they're there.
It doesn't seem right.
You can't keep on saying this.
I don't know how they got in there.
Bro, they snuck in.
Jesus.
Bro, you want to talk about robbery?
No, fuck that. You give Dayball, you give him Coach of the Year for that.
They're giving him Coach
with his angry ass, yeah.
And then
I'm more surprised the Ravens.
God damn, Brian Dayball looks like a sore thumb.
He's always so red.
It's puffy and red, yeah.
I'd also say no. Okay, so who I have confidence against, like genuine confidence, it'd be the Seahawks, the Giants, and honestly, I think we could double up the Vikes again.
We'll see.
But I wouldn't want to face them because I don't want Kirk Cousins. I saw Kirk Cousins come back from 33 deficit, but I've also seen Kirk Cousins have a 33 deficit.
Kirk Cousins doesn't do well in the playoffs.
I just don't want Aaron Rodgers to get in. That's all I want.
It's boring.
You can't let him
I didn't want the Bucks in. I don't want Aaron Rodgers in.
I want the bets in.
I don't.
I despise Aaron Rodgers, but I want him in the playoffs.
That's not
just to disrupt some shit.
No, that's not fun.
I just want him to run into the Cowboys. Desperately want him to run into.
It wouldn't
the
be till the
Cowboys.
NFC Championship anyway, right?
He's done it to you before in the NFC.
Because if we won first,
this is what he does.
If we won against,
it wasn't the NFC Championship. It was the divisional round.
Oh yeah. I'm
Dak needs
Cowboys
to win
too much credit. Yeah. Sorry.
But I also like that first seed. That first seed is rough because if we did get that first seed from the Eagles, that means we just have to play the 49ers sooner, and I don't really want that. That one, it's like you're kind of damned if you do.
There's no path for you.
No, there is. So the current setting is probably a good one.
Okay.
Just because we get them, we get hopefully the Vikings, and I feel more confident against that than running into the 49ers ever.
Yeah, you might be. Okay, it's like 3 teams you can beat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, now if we face if
you have an easy path, you can make it to the NFC Championship.
No, it's not easy. I mean, you don't know.
It's like because you got to play the Bucks. It's not gonna be.
It's Bucks, and I don't know what Tom Brady wants to show up that day. I need to
He
press.
has nothing else.
We know what Tom Brady is awakening. We literally
Yeah.
saw it in the last game. He's back.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
I don't think he's back. I think he's priming for playoff Tom, which is a scary man.
I need 4 full quarters of performance. But someone put, I think it was on First Things First, where they were like, you can have one good showing out of 11 weeks, right? And trust me, I love Mike Evans. And he can dominate anyone else against the league. The Bucks defeat themselves. This is how this has been repeatedly.
This season they have, yeah.
They've been defeating themselves. And you know what? I just like my I like my gambling side better. We did beat we have beat the Eagles defense before this year. We did not beat the Bucks. No. I'll give you that. But that was also when the Bucks were performing at a better pace than they were now.
Playoffs, man.
But it's different. I don't know. That's the problem. I really don't know.
If I'm trusting anybody in the play, I'm trusting Tom Brady over Dak Prescott in the playoffs.
I'm not going to sit here and be foolish and say something
I'm about to
else.
say.
But I will say that I trust
the Bucks were your secondary team there for a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean they still are. I love the Bucks, but if I have to but I also, you know what? This is kind of more of a me thing. I don't think Tom Brady should be rewarded for this piss poor season he played. You know what I mean?
He got his team to the playoffs.
That division. No, pull up the records. Pull up the record. That division is the sore throat.
AFC South. I know trash divisions. I get it, but what can you do? You can only do what you can do.
That division is the sore thumb out of all these records.
Hey, you can scrape and claw. The postseason is a whole nother season. That's how they look at it.
Look at this.
It's a whole different season now.
I gotta go AFC real quick.
None of that.
Look at these records.
Yeah, it's atrocious. They have to play shit teams.
Hey, they might have a winning record when it's all said and done. Yeah, they are. They're playing Atlanta next week.
Yeah, boom. There you go. They deserve it. They won their games. The games needed.
I'm still taking Dak. Look, if we beat the Bucks in the playoffs, no matter who you are,
it doesn't mean anything.
It does.
It does.
It does. You can't say that. It's like playing the GOAT. You're playing against.
No, you just play against one guy.
Shut up.
We literally just brought up Mike Evans.
The team's not being good, but he just said the team wasn't good.
I don't believe the team's playing good, but beating Tom Brady is still a statement.
See, here's a shitty part. You beat him, it won't matter because they're like, oh, it's Tom Brady. He ain't looked good all season. Rickety Tom Brady is who they beat. Tom beats you guys. Oh, he's back. Let's go.
That's the Cowboys' dilemma.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
It's true.
Yeah, you will get zero credit for beating a broken down, divorced Tom Brady.
That's why I want the fucking first round bye. If we can play the 49ers.
Hey, he will get all the glory of you.
You literally want to run into everyone, not the 49ers. You literally,
I do.
Because, like I said, the run defense thing, you probably have a better shot of beating the Eagles than the 49ers.
Look,
you ain't beating the 49ers.
Okay, so check it. What I want is a real cray-cray upset from the Seahawks and or the...
you want Geno,
upsets, I feel,
you want Geno to beat Brock?
That don't even sound right. Come on.
How did we get here? How did we get to that being a marquee game?
If it's not Geno, it's going to be Aaron.
Or Jared. No, that can't happen.
No. I don't want to see Aaron beat the fucking 49ers for the first. He's never beat them ever.
No.
In the playoffs.
He simply can't do. Just like the Cowboys can't beat Green Bay. It's just
they've beat Green Bay once. I mean, Dak has beat Green Bay once. I don't think he's ever beat Brady.
Game. They've never done it in the playoffs. No, he hasn't. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Dallas has ever beat Green Bay in the playoffs, which is where we are.
No, they've beat them in the playoffs because they were good in the 90s.
Oh, no, fuck that. No, we're talking about now.
Said ever.
Not Brett Favre's back.
You said ever.
I didn't say ever. That's my bad. Aaron Rodgers era, they have not.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So he's always going to be a wall that's standing in front of you in progress. And you want to lose because you want Sean Payton.
Hell no. No, I want to win. I want to win.
I know you want to.
It's Ed season. Cowboys time. I want to win.
Are you believing?
No, but yes.
You want to believe. You shouldn't. I know you want to.
If Jared Goff were to beat the Cowboys in the playoffs, you wouldn't see me on this show next year.
Oh, that would be glorious.
I forgot that the Lions have a shot of getting in.
But the Lions have to beat the 49ers.
And does someone have to lose? Or they just have to beat the 49ers?
No, they just have to beat the
Oh,
49ers.
no. I meant like if they wanted to play us,
Yeah.
they'd have to beat the 49ers and we'd have to be top seed. Or they'd and then
Actually,
they'd have
they
to
still wouldn't play it. You would need to play it, wait till the division because they'd be the 7th seed.
That's what I'm saying. If we were first seed, we'd play them in round 2.
Yeah.
Right.
If they beat the 49ers, which no. Look, that defense, the 49ers, is disgusting.
That's why I want D'Amico Ryans as my coach. I trust him.
But I would also say that, Doug, I don't know how the NFC is going to end up. That's what makes it fun. It's not as boring as like that. But actually, no, I wouldn't even say that. The AFC has some cool matchups because
It's all entertaining.
the Chargers and the Jags, like, I wish they weren't playing each other.
That's a very leveled ass. Yeah, that's
a shootout.
And it will be a shootout. It could go horribly wrong for both teams, or it could go horribly right for both teams.
Who are we playing this week?
Well, just real quick before we get into that, let's do take a lap. And
Because we're doing pick'ems, right?
Yeah. So take a lap. My men's is very easy. It's just Jefferson for fucking attacking the ref because he didn't like the call. And he was frustrated.
Jefferson, man, he's on the Vikings. It's rough. It's not good.
You still don't take it out on the ref.
He's got to reach rough around the edges, man. He's okay.
You still don't take it out on the ref.
He's a great player, Marcos. He's great.
He wasn't playing great last week.
If you had him for fantasy, he fucked you. But but still, in general,
he let Jair
right.
Alexander get into his head, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a good corner right there.
Didn't play great the first week.
Did not. We got into his head this time. That's how you got.
I hope the sun god cooks him this week.
He might.
I take a lap. Honestly, just this goes to my team. They should have put the Titans into the ground, and they didn't.
Titans still have a shot at making the playoffs.
Can't wait. I'm gonna watch that game. That'll be
Nigga, like who doesn't have
Josh Dobbs.
Who doesn't have a
starting
shot?
QB.
Who doesn't have a shot to wait? What? Oh wow!
Yeah, no, Malik's not good at all at football. At the game of football.
Doesn't love the game.
Oh, he loves it. He's just not good.
Doesn't have the ingredients.
He damn sure ain't got. He's missing all of them.
Damn, I take
You got bread, and that's it. You got nothing else with Malik
I went
Willis.
for Sun Kiss and somehow got Dr. Pibb. Not even a real soda. Got Miss Dr.
Fizz.
Pep. Yeah. Dr. King. Yeah, that's
It's like, oh damn, I didn't know MLK had a beverage. That's where we're at. It's sold at Dollar
tastes
Tree.
like freedom.
Tastes like oppression, probably.
Yeah, no shit. Oh damn.
Damn, I would have that can. It's like a black and white can. Hands as the look up. Also, I've had a dominating performance in our fantasy league. We don't talk about it a lot, but
No one pays attention to
No,
it.
because I died.
Yeah, I
did terrible.
stopped week 3.
I still set it up, but I'm in the
Did?
losers bracket.
Yeah, I've given up.
We'll be right back, guys. We're just gonna take.
Oh, we didn't do our.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay.
yeah, we didn't do our attaboy either.
Mine was his.
Stidham.
I don't know what yours was.
I'm like, quick. Yeah, my attaboy. This week. Oh, Mike Evans. He turned up.
All right.
Not single-handedly, but I mean,
And
Mike was beating the ass.
I got to rub it in now. Mine is Jared Stidham because I said he was going to ball out. I said he was better than Derek Carr, which ain't hard, and he is, as he showed.
That's fair.
Yeah. Just let Derek go to the Colts where he deserves to go. And
No, they're saying he's going to the Jets.
they can, okay. They'll be better. They will be better. I mean, you go from no quarterback, that just the MILF Hunter, who isn't a quarterback, to Derek, to the exact opposite.
Yeah.
You know?
Church boy.
Yeah, he ain't worried about looking at MILFs. So there you go. And my take a lap is Ron Rivera for starting.
That was
Carson
he said
Wentz.
we needed a spark.
He did not know that would eliminate them from the playoffs, apparently.
Yep.
He didn't know until someone told him. So
At the post game conference.
if they fire him, it's totally he went from a coach that wasn't on the hot seat. His ass would be definitely on the hot seat right now.
I feel bad for him, but I don't
Why?
because
no, you put in Carson Wentz. You don't. No, you
like
don't
you
deserve
shouldn't have
that.
put in Carson Wentz. That was really
Over
low.
a quarterback who's winning, who got you to the point where you are. Come on, it's bad. It's bad decision making. I can't have that on my squad. And he's fired whenever the new owners come. When Jay-Z comes in, he's done.
Jay-Z would buy the Raiders.
Oh yeah. Jay-Z, he needs a team. We need a black owner.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's the Redskins that are for sale. I don't know if he'd buy the Redskins.
The commies, the Commanders.
He can't make that cool.
No one can make. They need to scrap that shit. Scrap all of it. Fuck it. Scrap move them to Brooklyn. That'll be fine. The Nets need company.
Tell me to get your ass beat. All right. Let's rock and pop it. Close the segment.
All right, guys. We'll be right back. We're just taking a quick break, and we'll be right back with Pick'ems.